Hello, hello. How is everybody's morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at? Packed Fan and Heather, how are you guys doing? Missed you guys yesterday. Also, I can't figure out Kick. If anybody joins Kick again, they're just gonna see a black screen. I can't figure it out. Missed you. Thanks, Heather. Well, I'm glad I'm back. We are back. Man. Okay. We can kind of do whatever. However, I think there's this tournament today. Is there not? Like a Death Slam tournament? There probably isn't, and I'm wrong, but I thought there was one. I had stream muted. It's Walmart night shift thingy. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I wanted to take a look at it because I don't. Is it? Because it's not Death Slam, right? Death Slam was last week. What do you know what it is? What is it called? Why can't I find it now? I literally was looking at it like last night. Now I can't remember. Night shift open. Okay, let's take a look at it. Do we know when it is? Chickie's playing? Nice! Oh, we should definitely look at it then. Oh, wait, I think it says May 30th and 31st. So is it tomorrow and Sunday? Is that what I'm understanding? Let me know. We'll figure it out. But what I was thinking is I do owe Boss Sauce a dope whatchamacallit? VOD review. So as soon as Boss Sauce is here, I'll actually throw a message in the chat so that if he gets in here he can see it. But as soon as he gets in here, we're doing his VOD review first, for sure. It should be 4:30 Eastern today. That sounds about right, but I just can't find... What is it on Deadlock Night Shift? Is it through their channel? It's just like a budget event? Is that what it is? Because I can't find it.
It's been difficult. I have so many...
Trying to find their schedule and see if it'll show up here. Yeah, because nothing on their schedule shows up. I think so. Well, PackFan, do a little digging and let me know. Maybe even like throw the link in the Discord or something. Or maybe you can try and post the link in the Discord and then Heather can like make it not be a bad thing because I think it'll time me out. Stupid matches today are stupid. All the teammates need lessons. Heather is not having a good time in solo queue. Oh, man. That's too funny. All right. Well, let me... Oh, what I do want to consider doing this morning, up to you guys. So we can do pro VOD reviews because it's been a minute. I had a 0-13 and 19-7. He's trying, Heather. He's doing his best. He probably was coached by somebody terrible like Coach Blayton or something. Okay, open qualifiers. I don't know where to watch it. Where do we watch it? I'm looking at the link, but it seems to be going through a Discord server. But do you have to watch it through the Discord server? I don't know. And a 7 and 9 haze. Hey, 7 and 9 isn't terrible. Come on. It's not that bad. We've all done way worse than 7 and 9. 0 and 13 is pretty bad. All right. Oh, you know what I should check out? Is if I got an email from Kick support. Oh my gosh, I did. Hold up. That is just not what you want to hear. Apparently, all the Kick support team said, could you please try using OBS to stream directly to Kick and let us know if the issue persists? Because they think it's my Stream Elements plugin that might be interacting with it weird. Which is possible. But that's it. That's the only thing I got from them. Alright, well, we'll just deal. I apologize to anybody on Kick in advance. Kick seems like a terrible website. It has not been a great experience for me so far. I figure I'd throw it on there because it couldn't hurt, but I was wrong. It can hurt. Okay, Heather's still ranting about her teammates. My fave was a 2-14 Viper and a 3-13 Abrams, and they said I was not healing enough. LOL. That's exactly what the problem was, Heather. You just need to heal more. I don't think the qualifiers are streamed officially, at least. Alright, Pac-Fan. I guess we won't be able to watch it unless we have an inside guy. Like, if is Chicky playing it? If Chicky's, like, streaming it or something, then we could watch his stream. I don't know. That'd be dope. Let me know if that's a possibility or something that we can take a look at, but yeah. Okay, so let me send a message to the Kick channel so people understand. Alright. Okay, so you can probably get the match code off his stream. Oh, we'll figure that out. Heather said no one got bridge buffs too last match. I went and got both side many times. Oh, that's pretty funny. It's him, Rusty, W, Aurora, some Deckies, and T-Bird. I mean, we can take a look at it as we get closer. It's in a few hours, so until then, let's go ahead and do our thing here, and then we'll figure it out from there. So I kind of want to leave it up to you guys. You let me know what you would prefer to do today. I owe Boss Sauce a VOD review, so as soon as he jumps in here, I'm pretty much just going to do that, whatever we're doing. It's like he's going to be top priority. So if we're in the middle of a Pro VOD review, right after that Pro VOD review is Boss Sauce. Hey, Crab Shack. Didn't expect to see you today. How's it going? So we could do Pro VOD review, or I never watched the Deadlock Night Shift NA tournament from Wednesday. We just watched the EU one on stream, and then I got off stream, and I don't even know what I did that day, but I was super tired. So we could re-watch the Deadlock Night Shift NA portion, but some of you, that's going to be like re-watching it. Or I can do VOD reviews for you guys if you guys have anything you want to send me really fast. So what would you guys prefer we start with? That's kind of up to you. Doing well, actually, thanks. Hey, glad to hear it, Crab Shack. Glad to hear it. Hope you can stay for a little bit. Okay. Would you be down to VOD review for me? Then if Boss Sauce shows up, just switch to his. Yeah, super down, Pact Fan. I can throw VOD review your way. Let me see what Pro VOD reviews I have available. Geez, nothing. I mean, I have Vindicta and Yamato. I suppose we could do those as well. So I could start with Pact Fan. And then if any of you guys have VODs you want me to review, I can take a look at those. Otherwise, I'll fill the time with Pro VOD reviews. I might just skip the Deadlock Night Shift NA portion from this week, but we'll see. I'll be here for a bit today, not too much going on. Sick, Crab Shack, glad to have you here. Let me know if you have any VODs you want me to review. The Night Shift thing would be fun to watch as well. It was drama-filled. That's what I hear. That's why I want to watch it. Maybe we'll do Pro VOD reviews next week. I have been posting Pro VOD reviews on YouTube from last week's streams. I think they were last week's streams, mostly. I also posted, or is scheduled to post, my therapy VOD review, where I told you guys that Ascendant players are the worst ever, and did a VOD review of the worst teammates I've ever had in Ascendant, because I've dropped down so far that I had to deal with this garbage. And I literally did like a 1 hour stream just to VOD review that one game. I'm posting that video. So that'll be mostly non-educational and mostly emotional, but it's going up on the channel. Okay. Go ahead and send me your thingy thing, Pact Fan. What I think we'll do, since we'll be rewatching a recording of Deadlock Night Shift, I will be able to like fast forward through all their pauses or like the gaps between games. So we should be good. Yeah, let's hope this works this time. I agree. I'm gonna start downloading it, and then I'll let you know if it runs into any issues. Oh man. It seems to be downloading just fine, Pac Fan, by the way. It's kind of weird because I'm basically doing Pro VOD reviews. Like the videos that I'm posting to YouTube from this stream are basically from streams from last week. Or, yeah, like I think most of them are from last week. But since the patch, it's like I don't know. It feels like old news. I feel like I don't even want to post the generic Head Boy Apollo VOD review that we did, even though it was a pro VOD review for Apollo. Since the changes, I feel like it would be misleading because people are going to be watching old Apollo. Like, what good is that going to do you? You know. So I don't know. No VOD reviews for you today, you think? Been spending my time trying new characters and getting rolled? Yeah, me too, Crabshack. Me too. I actually haven't even been playing Deadlock off stream a whole lot because of how much I've been losing. Learning new characters has taken a toll, so I'm doing it in bits and pieces. Like, I'm not playing as much Deadlock off stream as I was before because I'm not like playing Page, having fun. You know, you win some, you lose some. It's just been like so much red in my match history trying to learn new heroes that I'm like, all right, I need a break. So I'm just like not playing as much off stream. I literally play like 3 games and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like, learning today's over. Oh man. Yeah, that's where you are? Yeah. Well, I'm glad somebody relates because I could only take so much learning a new hero in high elo. If I could go back and do it again, I wouldn't have cared about my rank in a closed alpha game, and I would have just taken the time to play 20 to 50 matches on each hero unless I absolutely hated the gameplay of the hero, and then I would have like only put in 20 to 25, and if I liked the hero enough, I would have like gone up to 50 instead of putting like 600 games or 700 games into Page and then like 50-ish games on 6 or 7 other heroes and then literally like single digit numbers on every other hero in the game or 0. Like, I still to this day don't think I've ever played Sinclair. So, you know, when you're playing a hero for your first time in Eternus, it's a little bit rougher than if I'd done it in like Emissary or something. Tried learning Silver more yesterday and just got crushed like 3 games in a row. Dude, Crabshack, Silver is gonna be really, really tough. She's like the Widow of Overwatch, or I'm trying to come up with examples. Her skill ceiling is just her skill floor is really high. So like, it's not even the ceiling that's necessarily high. Like, proportionally it's probably the same as every other hero, but the floor is much higher. Like, learning to do damage and not throw the game with her is harder than most heroes. She's a very unique frontline, mostly because of the melee range ult. So yeah, good luck with that. Didn't we do a Silver Pro VOD review? Do you guys even remember? I feel like I did. Yeah, I did one of Crayon. I'll have to try and post it. I'll have to try and find what stream that was from and then post that. It'll most likely be posted next week. But you could at least look at it, you know. I don't know how much it would help. I can actually just send you the VOD and you can look at it yourself. You just wouldn't get my analysis, but you could watch it, I suppose. But I mean, it's probably easy to find pros playing the game. But finding an Eternus coach reviewing that game, I think, is a little bit more rare. I haven't been able to find other coaches doing that a whole lot. I was not present, but I did watch a couple games of Together playing Silver. Yeah, Together's awesome. Pact Fan, welcome back. Your VOD did download, so we're good to go. So, we've got Pact Fan in Ascendant 2 throwing his teammate's game. No, I'm kidding. What do you want me to take a look at in this game in particular? Are there like a couple of things that you wanted me to focus on, or feel like if I were to elaborate on it would give you the most benefit? I think it just felt like I wasn't doing well in fights. All right. I mean, well, let's take a look at it. The problem with that is that that's probably just, if I had to guess, it's probably just like your micro felt off in that game. And that's literally all it was. But we can see if it was something bigger than that. Like, it felt like some of the fights seemed good to take at the start, then turn bad. Okay. Well, let's see if you're chasing fights that you shouldn't, if you're not exercising control to disengage from fights. Let's take a look at it. So, Ascendant Shiv gameplay incoming. Here we go. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Dang, just the one death, huh? No other kills? What is this? This is actually, I prefer this. Then I won't know when you're gonna die or get a kill, and I can just, you know, feel better. One death right at the start. Let's take a look. I like your positioning, waiting for the wave to get there, not giving them free damage, playing behind your minion, all good stuff for my lower elo players to focus on. I'll try not to focus too much on your micro pact fan, because we know over the weeks that we've been doing coaching that your micro is fine. If your micro looks bad in a game, it just means it's an off game. I'm mainly gonna see... I'm mainly taking a look at, like, micro decision making, if you want to think of it that way. Like, taking fights, positioning in fights, that kind of stuff. Nice job playing around cover and behind your minions against these guys, because they're the type that just want to get, like, a little bit of poke, like a scarab or a burn, and then see you live. So overall, so good in lane. This Infernus didn't want to respect the wave pressure. Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, that should mean that you guys are able to get a lot of free poke and keep him low health. If you can just do more than about 150 damage per wave, you'll eventually have to either reset or buy some sort of item to offset it. Kalka's kind of getting poked out here a little bit too. Let me actually go back really quick. Let me see something. Okay, so they did their minis right when you did. Oh, sorry. I meant to change the minimap. I want to see your view. This buy is kind of bad. I kind of regretted it. It's not great into the lane, so I probably would have saved it for later. It's a great item for the game overall. Like, you're going to get a lot of value out of it against Pocket Graves, Abrams, and Dynamo for the most part. But in your lane, it's not great. So yeah, I would have opted for a different item for sure. Because in laning phase, you're going to get almost no value out of that. But I'm glad you regretted it in real time. I think extra charge or resto shot would have been better. I definitely would have gone for extra charge or saved up for cold front. Hey, you got it there. There you go. We're making use of it already. Resto shot to let myself play more aggressive. Yeah. I feel like you guys are doing fine though. I feel like healing minion has kept you sustained and then extra regen as well. So I feel like that's not as big of an issue. I feel like extra charge would have made you play more aggressive because you would have been giving them more poke because they're not respecting the lane pressure. So I feel like it actually, your survivability increase wouldn't have been as good for you as ruining theirs. Does that make sense? Because if they're not respecting wave pressure, then you can get more knives in them. Extra charge is just going to add that pressure. Probably more so than a little heal every once in a while. Because look, you're like basically full health every time. They're not getting good poke on you. I don't love that you guys aren't on the 4-minute 30-second wave. Because it means you're going to clear it by the time you should have been already heading to the bridge. Like, we should have cleared wave and been heading to bridge buff right now. Not clearing the wave right now. Now nobody's on either bridge buff. Their teammates got the gun buff. Enemy team got the left buff too. Yeah, that's tough. I feel like we weren't watching the clock and didn't understand how important that wave was to... The one wave we needed pressure, we weren't there for. Jeez, you're gonna take so much damage here. Yeah. I thought Calico would have gone for buff. She went to gank. I thought that too, but did you communicate that? Probably would have asked her. I mean, overall, I'm not really too upset about the death. I feel like they just got ults first and had bridge buff. It's just really hard to play.
Pocket's missing. Eternus is missing.
I see Eternus.
I see Abrams. Thank you. Mirage is missing.
You should just shove really hard here. Because you can see both of them in right lane. Go parry the Guardian so it doesn't kill your minions. Yep. Ooh! Yep, now run away because you're not alone.
Thank you.
I feel like your cold front was a little early for the dash. I don't think your cold front hit the minions at all. Let me... I don't think the cold front hit this last minion. I think you were a little bit early on the timing. Now I don't have cooldowns. Give me a second. There we go. You're getting, yeah. Nice dash. I think you live here. Yeah, nice. I mean, your team is hard shoving right lane, so, and Bebop's pushing left. So overall, not bad. You not dying was really big.
Thank you.
So good job getting out of that fight. I'd be very careful going in here. You should be coming to your teammates to help kill this Graves. Oops. Awkward. Nice. Maybe they figured it out on their own. You also should go steal their sinners. With Flash. Oh no. He actually ate that Graves minion.
I see
He has ult soon. Yeah. He's looking for an ult. Okay. You can double jump those packed fans. So like if you were to let it get close to you, go to the wall jump, and then jump in the air. If it gets directly underneath you, it'll trigger. Unless they fixed it, but it should still do that. So it'll explode and you won't take damage because it's just too far below you. Bridge buffs. See, I'd rather you be on bridge buff than on this tier 1. Oh, good, good. It's like you can hear me in your head yelling at you to look at the mini-map clock. Oh no, we went and bought instead of the bridge buff? Oh no. In Eternus, they just got your caster buff, by the way.
Thank you. Good job. Protect the urn runner.
Oh, this is old urn too.
Ready for sleep time.
Dynamo missing. A blue walker is under attack.
I honestly would have left that minion and prioed the urn fight, because you're the front line here. And your 7 is going so hard in the paint. Nice. Nice. Wait, give her another heavy melee. Oh, that's awkward. You're so mega dead here. But I do like how much damage you got off. I think the real problem is that they stole your urn, no? So Lash turns it in, and then they steal it. Yeah. I think Eternus stole it. We're just fighting too far away to help with the urn. That's the only problem with this fight, per se. This was kind of funky urn mechanics, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much. Because the urn has been changed since then, and this urn was just absolute garbage in my opinion. The only thing I would say here about the fight, and I think it's very common to do this, is I think we tunnel visioned Graves a little bit too much, and we probably should have been playing on top of the urn. I think after the pocket kill, we probably should have gone up closer to the urn fight. Because unless you're zoning like an M1, like you guys already killed their strongest player. So unless you're zoning like Infernus or Mirage, probably head up to the fight. But I don't know, it's kind of hard to say on that urn because the old urn is just absolute garbage. Yeah, there's like no time to react. They just steal it and you guys have to punch it within like half a second of them changing it. We definitely need to like grab a Sinners or something. We need farm. Yeah. I thought it was even less than that. I thought it was like 1.25 or whatever, but regardless, it's super dumb. Easy to steal. So if the urn hadn't changed and I was coaching you, I would have said you have to play right on top of the urn because it's so easy to steal. But because it's been changed, I like kind of don't care. We definitely need to be there for the next turn in 2 minutes, though. That's for sure. We need that urn. I don't like you pre-buying grit here. Not a whole lot. I feel like you're too far behind. I'd like to see you building like more damage. Like Stalker or something random that's just gonna add a little bit of damage. Oh boy. Wait, what? Did you really just execute straight through her right now? I mean, whatever. Nice hold with the team. Double kill. Good positioning. Good awareness. I don't love how much green we just bought in general. I just think you're too far behind to be building that much defense. Because like our last buy for the 4.8k spike was Radiant Regen. So the only benefit it gave us was the fact that it was 4.8k spike in terms of damage. But you still have a lot of damage here. See, like, this is a terrible fight for you because you have no damage. You're lucky Eternus ran, actually. If he'd popped ult and chased you, you'd have been dead. In Eternus, he kills you there. Instead, he chose your Calico. Nice disengage, though. I don't think it matters, but... it was a nice disengage to try and help your Calico, but then instantly back out. Heather said, OMG, I actually had a good game, LOL. I'm sorry that it's rare, Heather. I'm sorry that it's rare. Hey, Bullet, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. It must be my lucky day, Heather says. Good, good.
Soldiers here.
Yeah, this urn fight is going to be absolutely massive. Nice trade on the Dynamo. That's actually so big for you guys. Nice. I don't know how you didn't get smacked there. They've got your urn. You need to be up there. So we're fighting instead of on the urn and you realize it late. See? And then they just got your urn. Nice try. Nice try. But this is one of those fights, again, like, it's old urn, so I don't want to harp on it. But I feel like this is one of those fights where we dropped down for too long and realized too late that they were getting our urn. So we just need to be on top of those objectives a little bit better. Our teammate does trade Walker, or Walkers. I actually don't know if we just got right Walker, but we definitely just got left Walker. So I guess it's like some sort of consolation prize. Oh, I was about to say you should be in that fight. I think you realized it. Nice. That was weird. Why isn't the Guardian punching you guys? Oh, awkward. I don't like this fight a whole lot anymore. I mean, you guys have an advantage, but the Pocket Affliction, Infernus, yeah, they're about to turn this way. I don't like it.
This is even easier than I expected.
Nice. I don't think you kill Pocket with that, but it was a good effort. Well, they traded Graves, right, for you. You know what? So far, that fight didn't go as bad as I thought it would. Seven's gonna die. Uh-oh, I think Lash is gonna die too. But Calico trades Pocket. Infernus goes down. Actually, not bad. That fight should have gone worse for you guys. They had team fight ult advantage, which is why I thought it was gonna go poorly. Bullet says, I've had that happen lately as well. The Guardian sometimes doesn't punch a lot. Yeah, me too. I've actually noticed it, but it's I thought with these like shadow patches they've been doing and minor updates, they would have fixed it. But I haven't read it in the patch notes because I've been paying attention. Did y'all see the patch last night or this morning with the urn? I saw that there's a minor update, but I haven't read it yet. Break it down for us, Bullet, if you've already read through it. Let me know what changed. I think they just got rid of the resistances, right? Except for the person carrying it, so the whole retake team doesn't get, like, massive resistances. Yeah. I thought the person carrying it got resistances, or did they remove that? See, I don't know why they're getting rid of it. Like, just reduce the resistances or something. They made it only give to the team on drop-off. I see. What is this? What is this Greaves doing back here? Oh, that was risky to go for that bag, to be honest. Any one of your teammates could have used that bag, but you went back into a bag near Dynamo. I'm actually surprised you weren't punished for that. I actually kind of like it, but at the same time I understand. I don't know, people are always going to find a way to quote-unquote abuse mechanics. We have to find a way to counter-abuse them, not just have the devs fix it for us. I don't know. Is there a reason we came to blue lane right now? Are we just trying to help our Calco fight? Because we should be getting Urn. This is a good little skirmish we've got going on here. Abrams is in a terrible spot. Okay, yeah, I would dip and go for the Dynamo. Nice awareness. Oh my gosh, that's such terrible timing. Nice work getting the kill. That's super unfortunate that he uses 2 rays to go for the knife. Oh, see, they're fighting Urn again. And they're gonna get it. Unbelievable. They get every freaking Urn. You guys should go mid boss if you kill this guy. Oh, never mind, you lost Rem. Probably can't. I hope you're calling for your team, because this is like big kill time. You guys could go mid boss if you kill Abrams. Actually, never mind. They have Dynamo. You guys would probably be too vulnerable. Like at that point, that's on my team. I'm making sure the dude with the best ult for Urn isn't at the Urn. Yeah. Yeah. That one I would say is on your team. I would say it's on you unless you communicated that. So like, if you can't fill the gap with your body, you better be filling it with your comms. So if I was listening to your comms right now and you didn't say anything to your team about the Urn, then I would still blame you. Because you're the better player, right? Like, you're the best player in this lobby. So you've got to carry your team. You've got to make the chess pieces move accordingly. So if your macro wasn't up and telling your teammates, like, hey, you guys need, like, I'm zoning Dynamo, we need people defending that Urn, then I still want to blame you for it. Does that make sense? Yeah, and I don't know how Infernus didn't get hyperlines for sure, but he must have just gotten immunity or something, I don't know. Or just gotten off. Probably just a ping issue. The thing is, Pact Fan, is like at this elo, I can't give you passes. You know, like I can't be like, oh yeah, that's on your team, like unless you're doing everything in your power to counterbalance the bad team. Right? Like if in the grand scheme of things and objectively, yes, that was on your team, but you're at a level where I expect you to be filling that gap for your team. You can't just say, oh, that's on my team and then walk away from it. I want you to be thinking, well, did I calm that to my team? Did I help them realize that it was their duty? Like, not in a toxic way, but just like in the moment, were you saying to them what you were thinking? Hey, I'm zoning Dynamo ult away from this urn. Can you guys ensure we depot it? Like, if that comm wasn't made, there was something more you could have done in that fight. That's all. We'll fast forward while they get mid boss here. Nice. Get out. Yeah. So as soon as you got that rejuve, I would have gotten out because you guys are in a 3v6 right now. I'd actually just stay in this hallway and just keep dashing like mad. Yeah. You might have gotten another rejuve. But just you. Your teammates should have gotten out. I've had a couple games where I've been like, I'm going to dash on the urn. You guys need to punch. Good. As long as you're communicating it. You guys lose Blue Walker here. No? Oh yeah, Pocket does. Oh, no. Oh yeah, he does get it. Okay. I was thinking they should get the Blue Walker here. Pocket just kept coming back and backdooring it. Shiv Dash on Urn is OP. Yeah, it is. And very, very strong in that corridor by mid-boss as well. So abusing that is really good. Nice. Last rejuve down. You guys lost Rem ult though, which really sucks, man. Wait, did we need to ult there? I'm actually not okay with that ult, I don't think. You had your 2. So I would have preferred you burned your 2 first rather than the ult. I would use your ult when you don't have your 2. So I would have 2'd first, and if you had to, I would have ulted on top of that. But I actually don't like the ult there. Oh! I don't know if you were trying to get on Zip, but that was mega troll if you were. That was super high risk to get on the Zip there. It might have been an accident, though. I've been seeing that a lot where people don't mean to go on the Zip, and it still counts it, and then you get hyperlined. Oh. We're not alive yet. That happens to me all the time in base. It happens to me all the time anywhere. It accidentally starts going on the Zip. I've considered like just breaking the hundreds of hours or even 1,000+ hours of Deadlock habits I have to maybe just rebind Zip specifically so it doesn't happen. It'll probably only take like 20 hours or something to get used to the new keybind, but I just kind of don't want to. Yeah, you can rebind Zip specifically. I mean, Pact fans, so far, my only qualms with this game have been, I think we built a little too defensively. Like, if our 4.8k spike is Radiant Regen, then our green items should probably be a little bit more offensive, like Enchanter's Emblem, but you know, Battle Vest, that sort of a thing. So I feel like you just didn't have as much damage. Like, you're literally 16k souls behind Pocket, and we have, you know, we're starting to try and build damage, but, and you're trying to hybrid it, right? Like, Torment Pulse is a good hybrid item. But I feel like we just don't have quite enough damage. The other qualms I have are, I feel like it would be gaps in comms if I had to bet on it, right? Like if I was seeing the, or hearing the comms of your game, I feel like the comms could have been better, because there were times when your team was disorganized that you probably could have helped. Would boxes be a good priority at this stage of the match to catch up on souls? This late in the game, boxes are worth quite a bit, but I wouldn't call them priority. Waves are still going to be priority. So if you can catch a solo wave for like a minute or two, get like 4 or 5 waves and a Sinners, then you could do some box routes on your way to a shop to buy or something. But boxes are better than camps for sure. I just wouldn't say that the top priority. I guess maybe I would answer the question better by saying this. The top 2 priorities would still be wave and Sinners, and then it would be boxes and then camps at this stage in the game. So boxes would be higher priority than camps only. That's the only thing that would change this stage of the game. Hopefully that answers the question a little more fully. I don't know why our 7 isn't ulting. Where's our 7 right now? 7. How are we losing our patron with 7 ults off cooldown? That's tragic. So, I mean, PackFed, there's not a lot of coaching I'm going to be able to give you here. The things that we talked about are pretty much it. Honestly, this feels like one of the games where it's the 33%. Like, there's just nothing you could have done to change the outcome of the game. You could have tried to help your team, like 7 dying with ults while they're sieging patron. That's really tough. I think you could have been on time to the bridge buffs. So 5, 10, and 15-minute bridge buffs. Actually, the 15-minute bridge buff, you were dead. You were fighting and died. But the 5 and 10-minute bridge buffs, you could have been on time to those. You only got the 10-minute bridge buff because the other team is bad. So you bought first and then got the bridge buff after. And you definitely should have lost it. And then the 5-minute bridge buff you lost because you didn't realize that it was the 4-minute 30-second wave. And you guys were clearing wave at 4 minutes and 45 seconds instead of had already cleared wave and heading to bridge buff at 4 minutes 45. So I would just make sure you're hitting those timings like you normally would. Don't ever miss them. If you're zoning somebody or feel like you're zoning somebody away from a team fight like Earn, make sure you're calming to your teammates that you're doing that and that they are on the Earn. Other than that, this just feels like a game that there was nothing you could have done to change the outcome. This didn't feel like your impact being significantly better would have changed the outcome. I don't feel like that was it. I think this is one of those 33% of the games where there's nothing you could have done. You're just going to lose. The other team was better. That's kind of what this game felt like to me. That's really it. I mean, it's probably not super helpful, but that's really how it feels. It feels like this was just a team differential. Just a few minor improvements that you can maybe apply to the rest of your games, but it wouldn't have changed the outcome of this game. I can practically guarantee it. It just felt like I wasn't having an impact. It felt like your team wasn't having an impact. That's probably why it felt that way. You guys had no impactful team fights and mid-boss opportunities. You guys were constantly spread out in team fights so that anytime you tried to get an advantage, they were able to trade kills. I don't know if you noticed, but almost every single time kills were happening, trades were happening across. You guys never had like a clean sweep, like a clean, we killed 2 of them and we're all alive. Like almost never. So I think your team was just not it. You guys just didn't have synergy. You weren't playing well together. That's why I'm saying it's one of the 33% that your impact wouldn't have actually had any sort of alteration to the game's outcome. I don't want that to be the answer, but that's the answer. There's a few things you maybe could have done better that I would like you to implement, like communicate with your teammates. If you feel like, if you have a moment where you say, that's on my team, ask yourself, did I tell them that ahead of time? Because you're the puppet master, right? So like if you didn't tell them they needed to be fighting on Earn because you were zoning Dynamo, there's still a little bit of fault on you that you can improve on. But outside of those like really little things, those are just little things I want you to take into future games and keep working on. They're not going to change the outcome of this game though. This game, your team just did not have the synergy the enemy team did. The enemy team had better team fight ults, like in Furnace, Pocket, and Dynamo together were just way better than your guys' ults. And 7 was really struggling to press 4 even when they're in patron. Like, there's just not much you can do. I think those games are harder to spot on Shiv because if it is a guaranteed loss, it's hard to perform well as a frontline. Exactly. It's the same as a support. So frontlines and supports will both have that issue where actually it's easier to spot as a support because you're literally watching it in real time because you're behind. But as a frontline in particular, yes, it's really hard to see because you're just in front of the action doing your best to zone, and then you look at it and you're like, dang, we lost that fight. What could I have done differently? And it wasn't really on you. It was just the team's synergy. So yeah, unfortunately, this is just one of those games that we want to like see, just look at it and say, what could I have done better? But understand that there's nothing you could have done that would have won this game. This game was a loss, like from second one, from the time you guys got into matchmaking. Personally, that enemy team comp is really good compared to your team, in your opinion. I don't think that our team comp was bad necessarily. It was worse, in my opinion. I definitely like Archmother's team comp better, but it was more so the way they played together. It was the organization. It felt like our team wasn't working together. I don't know how many times Pact Fan was like fighting people and had absolutely no help as a frontline. So I don't know. It is what it is. I would honestly just replace Calico. I think Rem is fine as the support, but Calico's not who I would have had on the team with Shiv, Lash, and Bebop. Because Calico's basically a pick Spirit Nuker, and we already have Bebop as pick. We have Lash, Teamfight Ult, and Shiv as frontline. If you guys had like a Silver instead of a Calico or a Victor, that would have been fantastic. But unfortunately, it wasn't even just team comp either, right? Like their team just was way more organized. That's all. I feel Paige is a better Rem. Paige is in a better spot than Rem, except for in low elo. I think in low elo, Rem is doing better because his healing is just infinite, and enemies don't build as much anti-heal as they should. But the higher elo you get, the more we transition into Paige right now, because Paige's utility is better with the changes. Yeah, utility-wise, Paige is better. But Rem has insane healing after the changes, and his minions are still really good. So against teams who are not good with macro, like they're not paying attention to split pushing, Rem's super minions can literally take walkers by themselves over time because lower elo teams aren't paying attention to it. And then his healing isn't countered quite as hard in lower elo. So I would say below like Emissary or Ritualist, Rem is probably better. Support Shiv is the best support. Somebody ban that guy. All right, let's go ahead and see what we want to do here. Okay, so I want to do the Deadlock Night Shift. Are we okay with that? I know some of you have probably done it, but I would like to watch the North America Deadlock Night Shift from Wednesday that I haven't watched yet. I'd just like to watch it with you guys for like the next 2 hours-ish. I don't know if it'll be that long, but probably. And then we can maybe see Chicky's game if we can. I don't know if we can, but we can try, you know? Let me pull up the stream.
If you feel held back by the weight of navigating financial decisions.
Oh, 100% when I play Rem, I rush as minions. Yeah, I think Rem is probably stronger. He's a really good split pusher because he doesn't even need to be there. You can just send super minions, and then the enemy team, if they're like caught in a team fight mid or something, you literally can just take a walker with your minions and be at the team fight with your ult. Okay. Let's take a look at this here.
To go for the contest, or they're just going to lose the game. There's nowhere going to stop Leviathan pushing down your patron, a stage 2 patron with 3 rejuves as well.
I see great talent.
No, and I mean, for Leviathan, you're ahead. You're not so far ahead that you especially that they got GT
Is
at the end of the
this
bargain
the
sale
EU?
at the end of
Oh,
the month
FPS
for
launch
what
first Melee Creeps. Here we
coming out
are.
with some pretty big prizes.
Okay. Let's pull this over here. Take a look. Hopefully we can all enjoy this here.
A great show. Can't wait for you. Saturday and Sunday is the main event. Intel and Walmart, your main sponsors, and $12,000.
Pretty big. On open qualifiers are on Friday. We may will be going.
Oops, I've been going the wrong direction.
Kind of the key
Okay.
Bam is eating good here in NA.
So night shift open. Wait, it's telling me things about today. Okay. Open qualifiers are today. Main event are tomorrow and Sunday. I may stream tomorrow for the main event. We'll see. Open qualifiers. It's maybe going to be streamed on Deadlock Night Shift. We will see. I hope they do.
Top host ready. So as we break down the lobby, you've highlighted kind of the key characters.
Okay, so this is wait, why don't we have the picks and bans? Did we already go through picks and bans? It looks like they already went through picks and bans. So these are our rosters here. Melee Creeps, Band, Pocket, and Doorman. Graves. Is this the first time I've seen Graves in Deadlock Night Shift? I think so. Well, I like FPS Lounge's comp better, I think. Actually,
Yeah, I mean, my number one answer is due, and frankly, my number two answer may have been due, but
let's take a look. I think I like FPS Lounge's comp better, but Melee Creeps tend to be the better team. We'll see.
2 minutes for FPS Lounge. Quote, NA bathroom break, so it is bathroom.
Lord NM and Brayden subbing for FPSL. Oh, is this the match that forced the urn change? It's the match after this, PacFan says. I recognize the Melee Creeps name.
ZP, what's your real name?
They had to dig some latrines.
Alright, let's go ahead and rewatch this. No spoilers. Otherwise I have to ban you. Forever and ever. Forever and always. Permanently. Just kidding.
So maybe next time. I think as from Rem, this is a good Rem game. I think ZP. You know, if you look at all of the buffs to tag along, I mean, you got buffed significantly. You know, you're going to be able to jump between Shiv, Billy, and Silver. Like,
Although Heather might ban you, she's a loose cannon.
So, and I think that's obviously going to be pretty big value. So, I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, if that's going to actually play out well. Because I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've seen Rem really do much, at least during the EU games.
No, Rem, I think, is actually quite strong this patch. Like, all memes aside, where I think it's
I mean, I have Melee Creeps winning this if FPSL doesn't have low main, to be honest.
I hate the character. I just think it's funny when he gets smashed. But, look, I think the buffs to Rem are pretty...
Low main's their strongest player, so it's probably going to be Melee Creeps just owning, but we'll see.
And when you're picking a lineup that has, like, obvious tanky targets like a Shiv and a Billy, I mean, it definitely makes for both good lanes and good comebacks in the middle of a fight, but... For FPS Lounge, I think this game is going to be a bit of an uphill battle on their comp, especially when it comes down to how some of the earn fights may shake out.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I do think...
Lord NM is the Metro of NA, though.
I actually do think they've got a pretty nice draft here. I like it. Again,
Doesn't that further prove my point? I don't know, Pac-Man.
We're going to need to see a lot out of Lord NM and Snake.
I don't know anything about esports and whatnot. Is it favored towards orange?
I'm going to be curious to see...
Blue is the favored team, historically. Melee Creeps almost always beats FPSL.
Obviously they have stand-ins as well, but just like you said, just as much as they could go wrong in Deadlock history...
And orange is missing their best player. Actually, in my opinion, the best player in the world plays for FPSL, and he's not even in the match, and they still usually lose to Melee Creeps.
Yeah, I mean, subs have a proud history of things going well. However, they also have Mirage, and, like, look, I'll be as happy as anyone when Mirage finally rips off another win, but it's been a bad losing streak for Mirage as of late.
Yeah.
And also, we were kind of speculating who's going to play one draft. Is going to be Brayden, basically filling in 1-for-1 for OK.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, I would certainly prefer the Wraith over the Mirage. Yeah, probably.
I agree. I think Wraith would make this draft feel a lot better for FPS Lounge, especially that they got GT at a bit of a bargain sale at the end of the draft for what he's been able to do in
Oh yeah,
recent games.
yeah. I think also, you know,
Oh, I need to change my HUD. Sorry.
Rounding out the draft with
Let's take a look.
Graves and Vindictor especially, kind of adding in some more of these really squishy heroes. It's kind of what GT is kind of specialized to deal with. Some of these
What in the...
squishy heroes. And
Sorry.
again, as I mentioned, I think Lash's mobility.
There we go.
People have been building him. It's pretty disgusting. But with that said too, ZP, haven't we seen like a more of a shift?
I'd be surprised if FPSL don't do more roster changes, Snakes specifically.
Kinda, sorta. I mean, people
Do you think Snakes is the weakest link?
I think if there is variation, the build it comes a little bit later.
I haven't really given it much thought on who's the weakest.
Game, I don't think it's changed too much for how people are going about it. Now, there is this idea that a harder Spirit Lash, if you pull it out of nowhere, can actually catch people off guard because it's been so much gun lash. But yeah, I mean, you look at the build for Ido right now, headshot booster in the QSR. So this is.
Thought Snakes was the weakest before they dropped Erebus.
At least for now.
Yeah, we'll see the recharging rush, and I guess I feel like recharging rush is just so high value anyway that you probably would see it no matter like what kind of lash you're doing. But by the way,
Some people are not built for pro play. Some people are solo queue demons. You know what I mean? Like,
Really quite good on this patch as okay, Sai just able to walk
dang.
forward in the left.
Scion Victor just sounds like not a good time for the enemy team. I'm not gonna lie to you. And Dues on Celeste kind of just feels over for them. Poppers was a good pick though. Poppers is fantastic. I don't think Snakes is a solo queue demon either. Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying some people aren't built for solo or for team like professional play. They're better in solo queue than they are in team play. Not that he's a demon. I'm just saying like some people are meant to be solo queue. Does that make sense? Sometimes that is the case. Like they are just not good in pro play, but they're insane in solo queue. I'm trying to come up with like examples off the top of my head, but I can't.
Things they never did before, which is why they, even with like a small DPS nerf, they're
Snakes might be one of those people that's just, he's better solo queuing than he is in organized team play. And it's because organized team play is generally a much more careful, slow, and patient playstyle. And some people do not operate well under that playstyle. They operate better under the rushed, aggressive playstyle that solo queue supports.
it's a technology thing. It's like a thing that you can.
Wander, Aiden the Destroyer, you think? Wander's a good example.
Raspberry Pi for that. But you said I was just thinking games, like,
I'm trying to come up with like Metro is probably a good example. Like Metro's really good at solo queue, but I just don't know how he would do in a team game, like team play, you know? I don't know.
off here in the side lane.
I guess it's easier to come up with opposite examples. Like I don't think Saya is insane in solo queue. Like I don't think he's like the most insane player I've ever seen in solo queue. But Saya is by far and away one of the best professional players that plays well with a team. I'm not saying he's bad in solo queue. I'm just saying I wouldn't categorize him as like some sort of solo queue demon, but he is crazy good in team scenarios. That's an example that I could give.
Just always go flog first, but I also feel with how the lanes are sped up, or in theory are sped up with the chat.
And most support and pick players in the pro scene are that way actually, but
To get as much pressure, like invest as much into pressure. But
Saya with a duo in MM is unstoppable. Right, that further supports my argument, right? Like he's just
I think in terms of Guardian stuff,
when he's playing in coordination with somebody,
feels bad as if
he's just so freaking good. The more coordination, the better he gets.
Guardian like trying to turn in against that.
He's good solo queue too, don't get me wrong. I think Saya's one of the best players in the world, in my opinion. But I just think like the more people he has that he can coordinate with, the more dominant he becomes. So he's a good example of like the opposite of what I'm talking about.
Like you can tell who would win mid-earn just on status of mid-Guardian half the time.
Also, let me know if you guys want me to turn up the Deadlock night shift. I usually watch them pretty quiet, and I think for some people that's really odd, so let me know.
hang on, I suppose we've got a bit of a fight. Breaking down
Yikes, dude just got destroyed by that ult.
is looking like kind of nasty actually.
Not as much lockdown as you need. Elsewhere on the map, Left is able to take down Fish Cake, so the early skirmishing for FPS Lounge, not too bad. The question is, are they going to be able to bring that into team fight soon? It's 8 minutes. Sinners are up.
Oh, Lefa's about to get humbled, I think.
Left instead, it's looked like Saya trying to defend.
Oh, Poppers with the trade. Saya getting the kill on Lefa is so incredibly worth, though. Lefa's worth way more souls.
It's there. It's available.
Maybe a little louder, but I can hear fine. I'll turn it up a little bit. I just usually watch it really quiet.
It got a buff actually. I believe the scaling on the.
Let me know if you guys want it louder.
Like quite significantly better, maybe.
Also, I end up just listening to the commentators too much when it's loud, and then I get tilted like last time. During the EU game, I literally had like almost nothing good to say about the commentators' comments. I disagreed with like, I kid you not, 90% of what they said. I don't go over like 20% volume. Yeah, same. We're on 7% right now. And to me, it's like, dang, this is loud because I'm usually like 5%, 4%. I watch it so quiet. I watch all streams really quiet, actually, now that I think about it. Like when I'm watching other streamers.
That is another thing that Mirage is good at. The Scarabs actually do surprisingly a lot.
Did you see the Puckett Hitler urn clip? No, I haven't seen it. Is that from the next game?
This is like a pretty good start for FPS Lounge.
Or is that from... Wait, Puckett. Is he even NA? What game was that from?
To get taken down, and okay, this Mirage is he's really there's some aura there.
Yeah, I work on software and all, so it's perfect for me to focus on my thing and have an audio play in the background. Yeah, Bullet. I think it's because I have so much going on in my brain. If I have too much going on with whatever I'm watching, it's just like overwhelming. Because I'm constantly thinking about like coaching or like whatever it may be. It's from the EU game. Oh, it's one of the casters. He just says something crazy. Oh, Puckett. Yeah, he's a caster. That's why I was like, I recognize that name, but I couldn't think of a team. It's because he's not even on a team. What did he say? No, I didn't. I don't remember it. I mean, I probably saw it because we watched it live on stream, but I don't remember it.
It's looking like it could be a very strong turn-in for FPS Lounge. Again, I feel like they've got a great comp for all the front line. And the chase down coming in here as well from...
Do teams have their own casters? No, the casters are for... So this is Deadlock Night Shift. It's actually a Twitch channel. And on Wednesdays, they do these events with these pro teams. And they have their own casters as Deadlock Night Shift. So it's not per team, it's just the overall stream that has several casters.
Because you were talking about Graves' power with the ult, especially on the...
Well, the interesting thing is that
Hold up. Let me see if I can pull this clip up.
Deadlock Bastin. Kaplan, when do you think the cursed apple... What year is Deadlock based in? Kaplan, when do you think the cursed apple is supposed to be taking place? 1940s, 20s?
Isn't it? So I'm gonna go for a good year before it started to go bad. I'm gonna go like 1943, 1942.
See, because what I heard in my game is that
it already was bad in
actually
1943.
designed the mid-urn. Is that more accurate, DDK?
I will not comment. But I think the 1920s is the time periods.
Okay, see, it wasn't Hitler. 1920s.
Unbelievable, bro. What the heck? All right. Let's not shame Puckett too much. Let's just move on. Also, the comment on I'm gonna say before it went bad 1943 in the middle of World War II is also a wild statement. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, let's move on. That is wild. They seem split on it, Bullet. They said 1920 or 1940-ish. Heather said just had a so good game. Nice, Heather. W. I can easily see this post World War II, but not 1920. I haven't really thought about it a whole lot, but it does give like 1940s vibe. I would actually say I could see this like pre-World War II, like late 30s, like post 1935-ish. I could see that. But I can't believe that. That is a wild clip. I think it's 1950-ish if you look at the lore and some things on the map. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I was MVP on support Dynamo. I put it in the chat. Nice, Heather. Let's go. I actually love this new urn because it's just such a brawler fest, and I love punching and parrying in this game. So this new urn is hilariously awesome. I'm pretty sure confirmed 40s post World War II.
FPS Lounge.
Someone said 1953 or early 50s. Yeah, I can't remember. You guys should use the little thing I have, the overlay, and start looking at the lore of the heroes and see if you can confirm some dates on any of the heroes' lore.
You into so much more than the previous
But
updates.
early 50s would make sense too.
Into it and the position of it and everything. And I gotta say, one thing I noticed on Snakes, early he got a cold front pretty early on CP, and I do wonder with the change to Arctic Blast how that got buffed. I wonder if he's gonna get an early Arctic Blast on Billy. That could be maybe a new thing that we could see.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny you mentioned Arctic Blast too. That's an item that got dramatically better as
What a wild clip. Unbelievable.
internet spiking. Wait, cold front not working.
Oh wow, like that's a caustic cuss.
There's a lot of issues going on with this game, huh? Should we skip forward a few oh, yeah, what?
Ready.
Oh,
It's a quick one. No.
okay.
Yeah, Nido does have the Headhunter as well, which is usually part of those gun builds. Mystic Expansion making an appearance. This is all looking pretty normal, I guess, for what we were to expect. I think Recharging Rush should be coming in soon as well, if it's to stay, as you know, kind of somewhat regular. Item's still very good. Get the extra grapple, so you can like just stay but like just in the air like just forever, and you also get the extra stamina as well when it's level 3.
Oh.
Oh my god, getting caught by a Billy here is not good. There's the chain gang as well, ZP. This is not what I wanted.
Ido perhaps caught napping here for a second.
Oh my gosh. Rem even came over.
Ido, just get
And the bird. Holy Moses, they wanted Ido dead.
quick from FPS Lounge. The rest of this now going directly on the walker. It's gonna be Sai
Billy ults.
against
Grey Talon
here
ults.
on the right.
Rem knockdown.
Pretty far away here.
Ido die.
Looking at the map.
Did he not finish the camp?
Either just gets run down by snakes.
I don't think Lash finished the camp, but I don't know if Ido was even farming on his side of the jungle. I think he was on the enemy side of the jungle, so he purposefully not finishing the camp.
Fish gate down. Okay, I've got a mouse out.
Okay.
This out.
I saw someone saying the CIA prophesied Hitler being a threat to the US, so they secretly assassinated him before World War II started.
Because that happens so rarely.
Oh, what the heck?
Tournament. Like if I was playing in a tournament when I have played in tournaments.
Yeah, we saw Lash killing this tier 2 camp, and then he was running back to his walker. So he didn't finish the camp on purpose because he was on the other side of the map,
Oh, wait.
and then he died on his way up.
Zoom in on fish cake here. That is not where you want to be. That's just straight up not where you want to be at the end of a boss.
Ooh. Dropped the 500 bag too, so this just does not look remotely good for melee creeps. Like it looks so bad right now.
Dan, the Mirage Nation, they need this.
Yeah.
They need this game and where we're at. This is the best hope of a Mirage win.
Oh, Poppers doesn't care. He just wants that camp.
In no small part, the GT build is interesting, by the way, where
Yeah,
it starts out like more gun focus and then like shifts more to a spirit focus later on. Like you look at the itemization, the Poppers is gone. You know, start gun shifted more heavy spirit. You pick up tank busters, so you know, it's just trying to maximize power spikes on the hero. It seems.
Yeah, it's really nice too. I mean, I wonder if Indomitable will make an appearance with the reactive barrier picked up. You know, that's going to be nice insurance against.
Earliest possible year is 1949 according to the internet. The internet never lies, so 1949 is the earliest.
To not get it as well. And
Saya finding his ult on cooldown immediately puts Rem to a quick little sleep. While this is happening.
Wow, Ido actually got the ult off before the knockdown, but I don't know if we'll be able to capitalize more than the one kill.
But all this goes on, Saya is able to run down onto Leffa, and the damage not too significant for melee creep, so they get one pick, they get control of the urn, and you know, if they're able to get urn here, Dan, we're right back to even.
I love the map design. I enjoy it as well too. I actually love a lot about the game beyond just the gameplay, right? Like I like the lore, I like the aesthetic. I think it's fun. I like the hero interactions, like just on zipline as they talk to each other. Like I think it's all great.
And he does not have recharging, or rather the reanimation, shocking reanimation.
He's buying time though,
Picking
Dan.
would be nice, but in going for this pick, they won't have numbers on the end.
Oh my gosh, Saya.
Push with resistance.
Oh no! Saya tried so hard to get the heal minion. just still died. The texture palette and all is different for each side. It feels like the devs actually care for this game compared to like Overwatch 2 or something like that. Yeah, agreed. I think they
I actually don't think it was.
melee creeps getting there in here is really good for them.
Well, actually,
Yeah, it definitely feels like Valve is taking their time developing the game and making sure that it's...
distances, and then
I think they're trying to create a game that has as much impact on the industry as they did with Counter-Strike. I think they're trying to recreate it, but in the hero shooter space rather than tac shooter space. So they're taking their time with it.
I mean, melee creeps. Again, we can't forget how horrendous the start was. And
I think they're trying to make this bigger than Overwatch and Marvel Rivals ever were, but they're not rushing into the space. They're being really patient about it, and I like that.
The other, like, healthy heroes for FPS Launch 2. So it does feel like the game state has reset somewhat after that.
I want it to go into open beta soon, though, because we're like,
as the game goes on, is
I don't know what it is that they're hoping, like what goal they're trying to get to before they send open beta, but I feel like we will be able to see more of like these, like the earn changes. Like we've had what, 3 earn changes in a week and a half or something like that. We would get more if we were to have a larger player base, and a larger player base would come from an open beta. So you could have a really long freaking open beta. I don't care about that, but I do want to see an open beta sooner rather than later.
movement being brought to a crawl, courtesy of Chain Gang throwing a
It's so much better. I came from Overwatch 2 and cannot go back. I'm glad you're enjoying it more than Overwatch 2, Bullet. Looks like you found your game, brother. I think we'll see open beta after the major remodels come out. I hope so.
The previous time where you got knocked off the zip, kind of felt like he just didn't have that info.
I really hope so. I just want the player base to increase, because the larger the player base, the more positive changes and more feedback we'll get, and the larger the rank distribution will be. So there's going to be a lot of people that derank significantly, and there's going to be a lot of people that rank up significantly, and it'll be a little bit more accurate when you have a larger player base. Smaller player base. I mean, go watch my therapy VOD that I'm posting. I think it's scheduled to post tomorrow on YouTube. But the game where I was forced to play with the worst descendants I've ever seen, that will be fixed when we have a larger player base for sure. Well, to some extent. I'm not saying matchmaking will be perfect. I'm just saying some people will be in a rank they are deserving a little bit more than right now.
Next round could be pivotal, Dan. I feel like, the way this game is playing out, it's going to be a big fight, and it's going to be something where the winner likely gets to go mid-boss thereafter. So
Rough assets are the best indicator of a playtest alpha. Yeah.
how the teams play it.
Although, I feel like sometimes I can't tell whether it's rough assets or intentional art design when it comes to this game. So I don't know. No game will never have matchmaking be perfect, exactly. I just wanted to make sure I was being clear on my communication there. And you guys weren't like, what the heck is this idiot talking about? Matchmaking won't be perfect. Dang, Lefa is so close to Phantom Strike, and that is going to be absolutely devastating for Do and Ranger. And Ido, I suppose.
15 seconds before earn. Also,
Why is melee creeps not grouping on Earn? Are they heading there now? Like, why are we... What are we doing blue? 90% of the assets are fine. They just really need to update Viper, Viscous, GT. Oh, and Yamato. Yamato's terrible. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some heroes that need some updates and whatnot, but... They could also update that in beta. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just an opinion, like a difference of opinion between me and the devs. I don't think you need to have things sharp per se just for the beta. Like, you can do that in the beta. The beta of Valorant was terrible in terms of assets and whatnot, but the game was fantastic once it was fully released and developed. It obviously did very well. Valorant was redefining them as well, like Counter-Strike. I mean, the player base was just as big.
Relatively safe spot. Both teams a little bit of a slower engage here so far.
And the beta was significantly worse than the full release. But that's just me. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we can work on assets with a larger player base, right? We might as well just get a larger player base with open beta. Just my opinion. I never could get into Val. I like it, but I rather play CSGO. they're just different flavors for sure. There are things about CS:GO that I hate that I much prefer in Valorant, and there are things in CS:GO that I much prefer over Valorant that are way, way better. And I think overall that Counter-Strike is a better game. Dang, Snakes, that was just a rough ult, brother.
It's hit in the side by the Iradomini. That does a lot of damage.
It was the chain
Um,
minus the gang. Like, the gang did not show up.
I never played Val where the asset's that bad in beta, just compared to full release.
First to fall. Naptime being done in John John at the same time.
I wouldn't say they were really bad. I would just say they were, well, I mean, they were pretty bad. I don't know what to say, like...
Still alive. Saya making space in the urn. The urn has been turned in. Melee creeps currently in control. Do dancing around at good HP. Saya finally falls. Urn flipped back over the FPS lounge.
Oh, Lord is gonna go down here, I think. Ads? Unbelievable. Val's beta, you just go look up videos of like Valorant's beta, like some gameplay from the beta compared to like a like just any game now, and you'll see what I mean. Like it's just, I don't know, they didn't wait for like open beta to start fixing assets and making it look decent. They wanted to get a player base first. And I think I prefer that approach, but I don't think Valve's doing anything wrong. I just want it to be an open beta sooner rather than later. Valve is a private company with infinite money, so we'll be at their whims, lol. Yeah. We will see. So many companies hate Valve. Interesting take. I haven't ever heard any drama behind like other companies in Valve. Just professional competition, but I haven't heard any like emotional drama or anything.
Turned back here by the Shiv. Melee creeps are more on the urn, more in control as FPS Lounge. Only poppers and hydration remain.
Do is just dominating right now. This is
very nice
insane.
secure, and they get a lot of kills there as well. Of just good initiation in the fight. I think, you know,
A lot of legal issues lately between Valve and other companies, I think. Well, I mean, that's just business, man. There's always legal issues.
Able to Melee creeps pick up this mid boss. Also,
Always legal issues. I'm a stockbroker. I have to deal with learning about all that stuff all the time.
nap time available from hydration. That's down, and so this is going to be a desperate challenge if they try to go for a steal of a crystal.
Dang.
It's not going to be even really truly attempted. FPS Lounge
Maybe it's my
one up and
POV, but many have tried to get their foothold onto PC but cannot because Valve is so goated. Oh, for sure. I mean, they have a moat that very few other companies have, which allows them to be as patient as they are with game development. So, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always going to be hard for a new company, and it's not just because of Valve. It's just because it's hard to be a game developer in such a developed and advanced space, especially with a community such as this. Like, in general, gamers are like really picky, and they start to get on this thing. Like, World of Warcraft has been a great game for over 20 years, but there's nothing that Blizzard can do that will satisfy the player base. At this point, they could put out a game that is just as good or better of like vanilla WoW, and we would find a reason to hate it now because we're just on this like super picky train of like we just want the nostalgia, which we can't have. It's basically addicts looking for the first high and then blaming the drug because their high isn't as good as the first time they ever used it. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of what we're at with gaming. It's so rough. Yeah, it's incredibly rough. I actually really like supporting like these lower budget game developers. I actually talked to my sister. I have this issue with anime too because my sister and I watch anime. We're like massive weebs. And I have this issue because in that space too, it's the same problem with budget. It's like there's only a few studios that really can consistently make like anime, and all the new studios struggle because they get through like one season and run out of money. And I talked to my sister that if we ever got wealthy enough or were in a position to do so, that we would want to start, even if we started like a nonprofit, so it didn't even matter like how much wealth we had, but it would basically be an organization that supports these types of places, and I'm sure there's other organizations trying to do it. But like, if I could get enough foothold to do it, that would be sick. Like, if I could just be supporting these studios and giving them the budget to continue with their creativity or like video game development with smaller studios and whatnot, and just kind of be like an angel investor, I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, and Do is becoming extremely dangerous as well. He's been dangerous, but there's that level. There's a threshold.
And my wife and I are super like don't have an expensive lifestyle, and that wouldn't change with money. It actually hasn't changed with money for the most part. And so we would be able to pull something off like that, but we will see. Time will tell. But I think it would be super cool to be an angel investor to any sort of art studio, whether it's a video game art studio like developing video games or anime, TV shows, that sort of thing. I love anime. Yeah, I love anime. I mean, I say I love anime in general, but like obviously it just depends on the genre. I don't love every anime I've ever seen, but in general, I would say I love anime.
Gonna be targeted as Ido goes down. FPS Lounge, by the way, it's a one-on-one, or was, for the urn. It's Saya versus Shiv. Like, what in the burger is going on over here, Dan?
I actually like Shiv's chances so much on this one, but at the same time, Ido's kind of
This is hilarious. I love watching it. This is my favorite part of New Urn, I gotta say.
And surely Lord M finally gonna fall in what was a ridiculous...
Invest in my game when it comes out by buying it. Heck yeah. Are you developing a game, Crabshack?
Sometimes the music gives me kind of Zelda vibes. I don't know why.
Makes Urn so much better. Agreed, Bullet.
Sometimes the urn music...
I think it just adds flavor to the game. This is the first time in the game, outside of Rejuve Crystal, that we've had a high incentive to use melee mechanic for an objective, right? Because, like, most objectives follow the same rules as other hero shooters, which is use your gun and abilities. Or even just other MOBAs in general. But Deadlock has this unique, like, punch and parry mechanic that I don't know if other hero shooters have, because I don't play them, but I don't think they do, at least not to this level. So having an objective that, like, really relies on it is really fun to me. Crabshack says, yeah, a friend and I are slowly. Sick, Crabshack, you'll have to let us know how that goes. I'd love to bring it up on stream. Be dope. Even the music it plays 100%. Yeah. I think that's dope.
Also been very balanced overall. Also, Mirage of all people just not getting any. Also, the damage being put out by poppers is...
Well, it's asking what type of game is it.
Relative to the rest of FPS Lounge.
GT, man. GT's a hell of a character. Oh, Ido Hate Club is back.
The Ido Hate Club.
Isn't that what you called it earlier?
I mean, this game is going about how I thought it would. Melee creeps are now, you know, almost 30k ahead. It's just going to be a victory here for melee creeps with enough time, I think.
The stat difference, though, pretty significant. Poppers.
I'd categorize it as a cozy fishing game, but with a more surrealistic art style. Sick, dude.
Pulls out the Erdemini, and it's enough to take down Lord NM as the fight gets a little bit messy now for FPS Lounge, especially with Fishcake about to rejoin.
Actually, I love the positioning.
How long have you guys been working on it?
It actually was quite nice.
Like, how many years do you think until it's developed enough to release?
Confirming any of these kills, but yeah, great work from melee creeps in that previous, I suppose, just string of plays that you know, where they kind of flipped the game at that point that we mentioned, you know, into the mid boss. I mean, they cleaned up so much from the map and a shrine as well. So pretty significant advantage, but it doesn't feel like FPS Lounge are necessarily out of it just yet. They just need a really key pick or key engagement now around some of the objectives. And I mean, that's going to be tough to find, but they're not too far behind just yet, I wouldn't say, ZP.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. I think
Not that long. We spent the last year doing challenges and game jams. I see.
Look, they're running with 2 substitutions here.
I would love to develop a game, but I'm so busy with college and all. Oh, maybe you can get into it after college, Bullet. Or get into it and quit college.
It got demolished.
I got into my career before I finished college.
See if FPS Lounge can even get in, and 2 rejuves taken. 1 crystal to go. Saya finishes off.
College is meant to open up doors, but if the door opens before you finish, then, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to give you advice on that front, to each their own, but in my opinion, it's like, well, if the door already opens, what's the point of finishing college? It's hard. I only usually work on it an hour or so a day. Oh, if you're working on it every day, it's going to get done. You know what I mean? Like, as a musician, that was kind of my thing when I was learning something. It would have to be like, I have to work on it at least 20 minutes a day, you know, but every single day, kind of the consistency. I'm going for coding and might transfer to a game art school. Not entirely sure about it though. Nice.
Finals are coming up. And
Lame.
I have
Lame. Lame ads. Small progress compounds. Exactly. Exactly. I'm working on something on marimba right now, and it's just so slow, man. I can only work on it for so long. My brain literally starts to hurt. Like, I'll get a headache if I'm trying to learn new music for too long. Like, I would love to develop a horror game where the AI actually steals your voice and rewards your voice lines to small... Oh, rewords, sorry, your voice lines to small sentences and all. Oh, that's cool. I was looking at how possible it was about a year ago, and it's semi-doable. Nice. Nice. Oh, we're back. Let me unmute.
It's kind of for naught because
I have no desire to be a game developer. I'm a game player. I don't have any desire to develop games, but I do think it's cool, and I'd love to be an angel investor for the people who do, but I don't think I'd be good at it, and I don't have a passion for the development side. I have a passion for supporting it, and I have a passion for the space, obviously, but...
No, you guys don't get the 35% resistances, John. Maximum damage go.
It sounds like a machine learning thing. I shudder at the thought, lol. Yeah, it does sound tough.
All were witness there, Dan.
It would be cool though, Bullet, if you pulled it off. Put the work into it. Probably take a lot of time.
Detonated on FPS Lounge there, and oh, goodbye to the shrine. That's gonna go away very soon, and I don't know. Yeah, definitely unrecoverable at this point. That instant mid boss take, that was kind of that was kind of the moment for me where I was like, okay, maybe there's no chance here for FPS Lounge to get back into this, because they don't even get any like counterplay opportunity there.
No, now defending the shrines, down 4, easier said than done. In fact, many would say it's...
I think another reason why I want this to go into open beta is because I want these tournaments to turn into real professional tournaments. Like, I would like to see Sentinels and TSM and Cloud9. I would like to see like real teams put together and have a budget for this game, and that's only going to like even start once we get into open beta. I mean, it's probably not going to start until it's fully released, but I would like to see the pro scene develop. But maybe I'm just impatient. Maybe I just want the game to be big already, but we got to get there first. The growing pains.
It's Melee Creeps. They won this weekend, and they're looking to take it again. They win the challenger match.
All right. Melee Creeps take it. I thought they might. Dang, Do is probably the MVP. We'll take a look at it.
Getting the job done for Melee Creeps this week, and DDK, if you're looking for some...
Okay, let's take a look here. I think this is Hickson Bands, Floorman versus Melee Creeps. Here we go. I can see this game easily challenging the CSGO esports in popularity, even R6, but R6 kind of fell off. We will definitely see. I mean, Valorant really dominated the scene for a while there because Riot did such a good job with it. I think Valorant's like, maybe it's not falling off as much as I think it is. Maybe it's just because I stopped playing it, but it doesn't feel like it's as big as it was before. But I do think it has the potential for it for sure. I'm excited to be on the ground floor of it all. To me, it seems almost assured that this game will be huge, just a matter of time. That's kind of how I feel about it, Crab Shack. I do think it's going to be bigger with time, for sure. I think its foundation is built upon Valve's shoulders, which is a strong start. Very strong start. Any big developer that takes their time with it and does a good job has a good chance of being successful. It's just how long it'll be successful for that is really the question, right? Like, because Counter-Strike or StarCraft or I don't know, just trying to think of like all these, like Dota, League of Legends, these types of games where the developer is large because of the elongated success. Like, will this be a contributor to that or a byproduct of that? You know what I mean?
You cannot use riposte to get a million miles away the way you could in the past.
So Melee Creep's got, it's probably John on Venator, Ido on Lash, and Do on Celeste again. Floorman banned Victor and Pocket. Melee Creeps don't want to deal with Wraith. Okay, Wraith and Paradox. Floorman will probably pick up Mirage, I imagine, don't you think? We'll see.
Wraith isn't getting seen. Who is going to be locked in?
I still think Yamato. I think
McGinnis.
Ooh, nice. I was talking about this in the EU as well.
I love seeing McGinnis played in these pro games now that she's more viable.
Gun-oriented build ZP. Yeah?
No, I think McGinnis is solid. But to your point about Yamato was also like 1 in 10 on the weekend. Like,
I'm shocked Yamato isn't insta-picked. So maybe this is just a hot take. Maybe this is like Coach Blayton going against the flow. I actually don't think Yamato is that good in pro play. I think she is an absolute god in solo queue right now. But in pro play, she brings very little to the team in terms of utility. It is literally just her ult for contesting mid-boss. Outside of that, she's a solo queue demon. So, it's literally just her kit. Like, it doesn't matter what they change. She has nothing that she adds to the team. I think she's just not that good in pro play.
So you got your favorite comp on the left side. True or false? You agree with this statement from Dead the Dead?
I'm sure other people disagree. I just think there's stronger options. Like, for me, Yamato is like...
I don't know. In the Steam Workshop.
The answer is yes.
I don't know. I think she's just like a worse Shiv in terms of pro play.
When you're slithering around, it's like the happy place of Viper, no?
No, ZB?
We'll see how Floormen do with her, though. They picked her. Dynamo's actually rare to see as well.
Dynamo in the draft and not have to worry about the Sinclair threat.
Sinclair, good call.
The Dynamo comes in, and now
So Dynamo doesn't have to worry about Ivy or Sinclair, which are the top two counters in pro play against him because they're the most consistent way to shut down his ults. I think Melee Creep's actually going to take this game. I like their comp a lot better. Ivy, Dynamo, Billy, Lash, Celeste, Venator. I actually like it a lot more. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see Floorman play McGinnis. I don't know. Okay, let's sorry, let's try and get into the game. I'm gonna fast forward here. Here we go.
That's it. That's the message. As we're into it.
Yeah, I genuinely am a believer.
I think because of Yamato's recent buffs, this is the closest we've ever come to her being viable in pro play. But utility-wise, I don't know. I think she's just not it for pro play. I think there's just better options. Like, prior to this, Apollo was the much better option because he had so much more CC to add to the team. His ult was a team ult, and he had like the offensive pressure that Yamato does. But since the Apollo nerfs were kind of not quite there anymore, But like, I'd rather have a Mina over a Yamato in terms of like Spirit Nuker, especially if you've already got double frontline with Abrams and Silver, you know?
Also, wait.
Even with the nerfs, I think Mina's still in a good spot, and her ult is amazing for denying
Secret tech?
Dynamo ults or Lash ults or whatever it may be, you know? So in my opinion, it would have been much better to have like Mina than Yamato, but we'll see how they do. Maybe Yamato does great. I just don't think she's great for organized team play. She's better when the enemy team is not like used to scrimming together at the highest level of the game. Just not as much impact in a team fight. She's pretty much a pop ult and nuke the backline type hero. But in pro play, that's punished way more than in solo queue.
I'd never shut it off, so you always got to keep the skill sharp, DP. So ultimately, I respect it.
Also, shout out to
publicly, I
Average
don't respect it.
for calling that out and just being like, guys, why do you have 6 eggs? Like, we would have. Wait, they're gone. Did they just like 5 for the pause and what am I seeing here?
Wait, can we get a?
No, that was on Foreman. That was on Foreman.
Okay. Wait, so how many eggs are in the game right now?
Do we think we're gonna see ult bot McGinnis? What do you guys think?
Okay. That is interesting.
They all bought
It's
eggs?
gonna be interesting to see how the overall souls will
Which team all bought eggs? I wasn't paying attention. Did they show builds? I didn't see them show builds.
You would think. Or can you imagine if you're stomping a team and you just hold the egg the entire game? Like, would people call that BM if you just win on without ever using the egg?
They mentioned it orange.
No 10% damage needed as Rocker's taking a bit of a beating.
Oh, melee creeps are doing an egg strat. They're just sacrificing early game for strong mid game. Is that their play?
Do we have any egg spurts in the chat? Why do you buy 6 eggs as a team instead of opening items? I don't understand.
Well, I can explain it to you if you don't understand why we're going for an egg strat. It's mainly because only Ranger and Fishcake had a chance at winning lane, maybe do an Ido, but our mid game is significantly stronger than theirs. So if we can get that little bit advantage, we can turn it. That would be the idea behind it. I haven't watched the match, just only heard about the aftermath. We'll see if they pull it off. The problem is if the other team takes advantage of you guys having eggs, they can snowball pretty hard. So you have to, it's a high risk. Egg has always been that way, even on one player, but the whole team is just a higher risk.
And it nerfs you. Like, you're paying to downgrade, effectively, in the short term.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting if see how that.
Haven't seen the whole match, but know what happens here. All right.
Depending on the build, like
I don't know what happens here. I have no idea what's going on.
Kind of like a hyper carry.
I'm excited to see it though.
Use it and pop it to get ricochet 10 minutes or whatever. But
I would think melee creeps have the game, but
6 eggs. What we're gonna see? Ranger got, I think that's a rusted barrel. We've got pretty usual items otherwise.
I assume.
I like their late game so much better.
There's no way the eggs last past 10 minutes. I think it is a pop at 10 minutes or play because surely you wouldn't just nerf yourself that much for Earn. That would make no sense to me, but I mean,
At 15 minutes, the strat will be revealed. I imagine.
In 5 minutes from now, it's gonna be interesting.
Right after 15-minute bridge buffs, and for the Earn, we pop eggs and get significantly stronger and start taking advantage of our. Oh, nice play, Ido. And get significantly stronger for the mid game and start to press our advantage. That's really awkward, Ido.
We've all been there, Lash. We've all been there.
As Ido's just like, I am the movement god.
And Average gets it.
By the way, chat is saying the eggs are in an attempt to get the comeback Earn. Are they big braining us?
Well, I mean, you don't lose income from having the egg per se. I mean, your lane performance is going to be worse. So I can't imagine the plan is like get the egg and then feed to comeback Earn. Like that wouldn't make too much sense. I think in general it's just
you need 15% for the first one, right?
Yes.
That's pretty rough.
Like, I would not do my game planning around that level of ass kicking. Like, you can be behind with the egg and, like, not have that happen, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm still a huge believer in. Oh, Demov on the Yamato. Now I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
extra
looks like.
excited. ZP. It's Demov.
True. I thought it may have been
Yamato
Xeno,
God.
but instead Xeno, you know, he has been playing more Doorman on the team when they've played it, so they decided, okay, we'd rather just put Demov on it. And I mean, look, Demov can play any hero, and I'm generally not going to doubt it because it's Demov, and maybe Demov.
I'm excited to see Saya's Dynamo. I'm really excited to see it.
Now, in terms of souls, by the way, the egg is up to nearly 1,000. So
Doorman not mid is throwing, in your opinion?
melee creeps were the poppy egg now. They would be in the league.
I don't think it's throwing. I think he's fine on the sideline.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's genuinely very interesting. I mean, it's and not you know you get the we'll have to do the golden statue check as well, the statue buff, because obviously that's another thing that they get is the statue buffs. So that's also and that also itself carries value. That is not to be scoffed at.
You can tell, though, I mean, just looking at the lane state and how Floormen play, I mean, Floormen have had the easiest laning phase of their lives up against 6 eggs.
Yeah.
But I guess the question is, how much does it matter if Floormen... average got egg, too! I did not realize that. So, and look at what he bought it there, Dan. He's like, well, if they're going to buy egg, I'm going to buy egg.
Yeah.
That's actually too funny. Also, W production. For that.
Okay, this actually just reminded me. I actually hate that change where parry from or melee from minions resets parry. I actually hate that change.
Soothing dings, as it were.
Swap Viper and Doorman.
Just gonna casually sidestep the ground strike.
Yeah, I mean that would be fine.
This is so interesting, Dan.
I don't know that it's better. I think they're pretty much the same. Viper and McGinnis versus Viper and Yam, with Doorman and McGinnis versus Doorman and Yam. I feel like it's pretty same.
It's not gonna be like the most massive thing in the world, but it's gonna be like what, like 13, 14 buffs, something like that. I'm bad at math at this point now. It's on interval.
So we're constantly reading
Lame.
30-page documents.
Lame. They removed that. You don't get reset anymore. I know, that's what I'm saying, is I hate that change. I don't know what the reasoning is behind that change. I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish. To me, it feels like they just removed the skill issue portion of that. Because for me, it was a strat. I would do that all the time in lane. I would go dash up close to somebody, and I would parry next to the minion and have it reset so that the enemy player was like, oh, he just wasted parry, and they maybe didn't recognize that it had reset in time, and then I get a free parry. I would do it all the time on purpose. They just took that away for no reason at all. I think it's mega lame. I never knew about it till today after seeing the patch. Yeah, it probably wasn't super utilized in lower elo. I don't know. It was probably something that happened on accident, but I used to abuse it all the time, intentionally bait players into meleeing me.
A trip to the Baroness.
It was really nice,
Xeno,
but
in the enemy doubles.
Disruptive, but where's the help? Okay, the help has arrived, and it's either first to die.
Different
Be very
team.
cautious.
oh, nice parry. Oh wait.
Into the parry. Wait, no, you gotta finish your play.
Okay,
Wait.
that was really close.
This guy, he's like, what?
Fish Case is like, no, you're honor bound to finish me off.
Yeah.
Fish Cake just threw, but that's okay. We still love you, Fish Cake.
Yeah, the line of sight was gone. It was well and truly gone.
Xeno saying Yoshi's.
See, Ranger just got debated by Guardian not punching. What is
I
happening?
don't think Melee Creeps has gotten a kill yet, right? Like, can we hit tab, or can we just get the kill report here so far?
Honor bound to finish the dead? Yeah, Fish Cake was on a mission, and nothing was gonna stop him. Not 17 HP.
We are very far in enemy territory. Might not be aware.
Average, you're also holding an egg. Like, you're playing by their rules. Also, wait, Average died. John actually wins, though, says Ido gets caught elsewhere in the map.
I don't know why average is shoving a 7.5k. So what am I watching right now?
15-minute comeback urn. You pop the eggs after you grab the urn. You're equal on souls, and you have that 35% resist. That is the mental thought process through this.
Yeah, which is why League just went in.
So they're intentionally feeding.
Wait, is this back and forth tactical feed? What in God's name is going on?
Tactical feeding.
No.
I've seen it all. I've seen it all, ZP. Look, it's working.
I mean, they just covered it, didn't they?
They got the grab.
This is a
So melee creeps are intentionally giving them the soul lead so that they can pick up the urn,
Honestly,
get the resistances, but they pop a egg, so they have the soul is the same after picking up egg.
stuff like this.
But then you have resistances, and the enemy team doesn't even have a soul lead.
Oh. We're back to even.
And this is why they're doing it, so we don't do it during the $12,000 tournament. Thank you for doing it now, melee creeps.
No one gets a comeback urn after the tactical feeding.
Dude. I gotta love Deadlock, man.
So I enjoy this trip into the darkness. Where, by the way, they haven't popped eggs yet. It's 10 minutes, and the eggs have yet to be scrambled. Wait, Sile?
Is this old patch? Yeah, this is the Deadlock night shift from Wednesday.
I don't know where I am right
This is just the NA portion that I didn't watch on stream. We only watched the EU version because EU is always first, and then I usually end up ending stream. I need to start my streams like later on Wednesdays or something, so that the stream is like I have enough time for the whole Deadlock night shift. This is the match that got us to the new patch. Yeah, it looks like because they're abusing the egg strat and the resistances on the urn that the devs felt like they had to get rid of the resistances around urn.
I don't know what I expected, Dan. I guess I didn't expect, but also melee creeps didn't pull this out versus floor men. Like they held this in reserve to the grand finals, and there's nothing.
He meant to say versus FPSL, but yeah.
Bug abuse, no moment, but it was a pocket strategy that they're gonna get the 15-minute comeback urn at this.
This isn't even like bug abuse. This is just like high risk, high reward, right?
Okay, here we go.
Yoshi thought they were done after the long weekend. They did all this testing. They got all the data. And now they gotta do another update. How do you fix it, ZP?
The urn is in a really good spot balance-wise, I think.
The comeback urn adaptive on the resistance
I agree.
would be step one.
I don't think they need to get rid of the resistances altogether. I think they just need to reduce them, maybe. Because now it's made it so, like in your average matchmaking, snowballing is still going to be somewhat of an issue. Like it's harder to come back, I guess. But we'll see. It's more of a mechanic abuse. I mean, I think it's just high-level strategy is what it's called. And the devs didn't like it, so they changed it. Saya's going down. Dude's probably going down. Maybe not. We'll see.
They'll still be back up for next turn as DMB, wow, Lover's Quarrel over here.
DMB just turns that fight. Jeez.
DMB escapes with his life.
She gets custody.
They should lower the resist and prevent holder from casting, but I can see it going both ways. I mean, there's a lot of ways they could balance it. They could get rid of this, or re-add the silence and then, but re-add the resistances. I don't know.
And will it be the case that some teams will be trying to hide?
We're slowly moving in the right direction. I mean, it's just gotten better and better in my opinion. Overall, right? There's like things that I like and dislike, but overall I think it's just been getting better.
We're testing the tech right now.
I mean, things are certainly being tested. By the way,
I think it's fine since they have resist during the drop-off.
So
It's a good point, Boss Sauce.
melee creeps, if they were all pop it together here, Dan. Maybe from NA, but math says it'd be about 12k.
Dang. Rangers just in the 1v3.
12k added to what they have right now. They would have comeback urn and 12k, and then once they dunk the urn, they'd be right back in it. So, in theory, the egg fish for comeback urn strategy, like it has some legs here. You do the math.
Yeah, so
I mean,
I guess the resistances are still just around drop-off, so as long as you can get it depoted and have it channeling, you get the resists, right?
And they're gonna get another walker here. There's just one left. I wonder if I mean,
Yeah.
do they go mid boss? You know, like 4 men with the advantage that they have.
I mean, being down a bunch on walkers.
Does retake earn team? So like I'm behind in souls, I'm melee creeps right now. If the enemy team punches the urn, do we still get resistances?
Too deep to stop it. Like, no, hold. Like, I feel like you're watching a
This is the game that made the change happen? Yeah, Grubshack, this is it.
melee creeps just yelling hold like the entire time. Like, I don't even know, man.
Nice freaking kill, John. Oh my gosh. Absolutely goated.
They got what they wanted. Okay.
Yes, you think so, Boss Sauce?
But finally, we can be relieved of the egg.
I don't know for sure, because I haven't played with the newest form of the egg, so I don't know what's going on. This strat was harsh. I believe Floorman forfeited the series after this. Jeez. They were that upset with the strat. Huh?
Yes, we need the golden statue buff stat. Wait, what if they use this to earn the push?
So now we pop
They did
eggs.
in the last game.
Souls are going to go way up, right? Oh, we've already popped eggs?
Up still. For the
Sai
right
need the
side.
buy. Sai's also gonna be taking damage from this soon.
But now we have retake urn.
Production. Request for production or golden statue.
Golden
buffs.
statue buff
Yes.
graphic. Here we go.
Oh, that's what happens when you pop 6 eggs.
There you go. Yeah.
It's a lot of golden statue buffs.
Yeah, of course. Average also had an egg. That's why he's up there.
They popped and holding the comeback urn.
Chat quote, the counter to the strategy is trophy collector. I mean, not actually wrong. There'd be a lot of trophy collector stacks at this point.
Trophy collector wouldn't counter this strat entirely, unfortunately, because it's not the souls that are entirely the issue.
It hurts way more, right? 5% life tick.
Yeah, I mean, Sai's not looking particularly healthy here. It's a long time the hostage.
When shopping.
Lame ads. What have you guys eaten today for like lunch? I need lunch soon, but I don't know what to eat. I need you guys to tell me what you've had so I can make a decision based on the overall consensus on what we've been eating today. They would need builds that counter their resist gain. Yeah. A sandwich and some trail mix, chicken and pasta, real ramen. Nice. What kind of sandwich, Crab Shack? I thought about making a quesadilla, because that seems pretty simple, and quesadillas are just goated. Italian sub? Dang, that sounds fantastic. Bullet says I gotta make lunch still myself. Was thinking making pizza calzone. That sounds good too. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I've got leftover sushi. That's for sure what we're eating for lunch.
Wait. Dan, I just had a...
My wife brought sushi home last night. I forgot about that.
Urn doesn't reset if it's being held. What if...
35% resistance in base the entire game?
Oh no.
Yes! Well, what if the strategy here is just to use the urn as a permanent buff for the rest of the game?
I didn't want to give the players the idea ZP, but I think we're catching on.
But doesn't it just hurt you at a certain point and then...
Are you guys sushi fans? Seems Heather is, but I feel like sushi's fairly polarizing, no? I feel like people either hate or love sushi. And I'm a sushi lover. My wife and I are like addicted to sushi, low-key.
But like, I actually think if you keep it held...
I've never actually eaten sushi. So, Bullet, what part of the country are you from? Because I will say, good sushi can be hard to come by. So, like, don't go to sushi by yourself on a whim. Go with somebody who, like, knows sushi and can take you somewhere good. Because bad sushi is pretty bad, I'll give it to you. I'm in Montana. It's gonna be tough to find good sushi in Montana, I would think. But yeah, fish is bad there. If you ever travel to a coast, like if you're ever in California or something, or like even better would be the Northwest. So like Washington or Alaska, places like that where they have really, really good fish. You could try and find a place. It's like sushi where I live isn't fantastic either for the most part, but we still have a few good places that I don't know what kind of magic they're working, but the fish is actually really good. I don't know if I'd eat it leftover though. I mean, it's just from yesterday. It's fine.
I mean, this in the long term is absolutely hurting melee creeps more than it's going to help them. I would imagine, right? I mean,
yes, but if you're Floorman,
Heather says I am such a sushi fan. Yeah, I mean, sushi's fantastic. Also, my next game was crap and was told I was the worst Dynamo ever and that I should learn how to play him better. Oh man, I think it's so funny. Okay, actually, wait, let me pause this really quick. We should talk about this. I had this thought yesterday and I was going to bring it up and Heather just reminded me, but I was like, in every single elo, there are people that think they know what they're talking about and educate their teammates. And sometimes it's just bad. You know what I mean? Like, I could be in an initiate game and intentionally throw as an Eternus coach, okay? And I guarantee you there would be like some Seeker 3 player that because he's an initiate lobby thinks he's the GOAT and he would try and give me coaching that is probably garbage. Like in every elo we have those people that are like trying to tell you how to play the game better when ultimately they don't even know themselves, like every single mechanic and whatnot. So I think it's hilarious that like you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like we've all experienced this where we have somebody educating us. Like I've had Ascendant players or Phantom players try and tell me what I should be doing differently because I'm duo queued with my brother. So like when I'm duo queued with him, it's usually like low Ascendant. But before, like a few months ago, before he got into Ascendant, it was like high Phantom. And I would have teammates like try and coach me when I made a bad play or something. And it's hilarious because sometimes what they'd say was just absolute garbage. But that because they think they're better than me, they coach me. Isn't that like hilarious that happens across all elo? This happens in every single elo. There's people like this. Bullet says I would have just muted him at that point. Yeah, muting is definitely the way to go in low elo. Bad comm sucks. It brings down the team's morale. So Bullet, I actually I say that all the time. Like whenever my teammates are at each other's throats, like somebody's just dogging on somebody else, I'm like, huge comms, by the way. Huge impact. Like, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. Like, you need therapy, not voice comms. Heather said, oh no, I was like, sweetie, oh, you want me to ult? Is there someone that can back me up ulting there? Oh wait, but it would be 1v5. Exactly, Heather. Way to stand your ground, Heather. Know what's good for you. Crabshack said, had that happened yesterday for so long and was being so patient until I kind of just flamed them and then muted. Yeah, Crabshack, that's understandable. I think it's so funny. Like, I had one guy tell me, so my brother and I have this inside joke now, because I had this one guy tell me that I'm at most Phantom 6. I can't even remember what elo we were in, to be honest. Like, we were maybe in low Ascendant, and that's why he said that or something. But I was playing with my brother, and he was like, he thought he was the best player on the team, for sure. And he said something along the lines of, like, you guys need to stop feeding. And I said, who's you guys? Like, I just asked him point blank. I was like, is that just everybody but you on the team? Like, who do you think you guys is? Is this not a 6v6? Is it like a 1v5v6? Or what's going on over there in your head? And he got so upset that I called him on it. He was like, bro, shut up. There's a reason that I'm in Ascendant or whatever he said. I can't remember. Maybe he was even in Eternus. He's like, there's a reason I hit Eternus and you're at most Phantom 6. So my brother and I all the time just call each other at most Phantom 6. Even in like, we were playing Counter-Strike 2 yesterday and he missed a shot and I was like, bro, you're just at most Phantom 6. It's like our new insult and it's just like hilarious between the two of us. Anyway, it's just so funny how people have like these random, like, I'm better than you, so let me tell you what's wrong with you and you have to listen. Yeah, it is what it is. Bullet said, I had a sweaty teammate that threw as Victor. It went like a 60-minute game, and he was so done, and he kept talking bad on us in voice and blaming us in chat. I've never had so many toxic teams till I got into Emissary and Archon. And then Crabshack says, big true. It's the higher elo you get, the higher ego you get. So it just tracks, right? But yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd touch on that because it's actually hilarious. I think it's so funny. I guarantee you guys on stream right now after Deadlock Night Shift, except I'm doing a VOD review for Boss Sauce after this game. But I could literally stream right now on a Smurf account, a brand new account. We could build it on stream. I could play Sinclair for the first time ever because I've never played him, and I could use the default build so that I can't use... I guarantee you somebody's going to like try and coach me and tell me how to play better. Guarantee it. But you got to back up the ego, you know? That's the thing, is you like don't even have to back up the ego. Like just chill. I don't know, like it doesn't even make sense to me. You don't have to play well every single game. It's unrealistic. You can have a bad game. You just can't be doggy on your teammates all the time. That's all. All right, let's get back to the game. I just thought that was funny, and I'd bring it up with you guys.
Do I need to mess with the left or right lane though? Can I just focus mid?
This is really smart, to be honest.
I think it's just ridiculous that people are like expect you to play perfectly all the time. It just doesn't even make sense.
If they get mid boss, they can dunk it. If they get the crystals,
Oh my god. Okay, Florman, Florman want no part of the
These guys just be saying anything, mostly wrong, and still acting high and mighty, man. Exactly. Yeah. Well, and it's like they'll say that you're so bad, like they know you, you know? Like people will pretend like they've been gaming with you for years, like, oh, you're so bad at the video game. I'm like, what if you just caught them on the worst game today? What if they've been owning in every other match and they are just struggling right now and you're just dogging on them because you're upset? Like you're just projecting.
and maintain it. What? 19, 20. They're through the reset part.
I love how my friend flames these people when they flame the team and whatnot. How does he do it? Share the secret sauce, Bullet. For me, I just make myself the target to relieve pressure from teammates. Like, I had a lady guy start the game 0-5 in like 4 minutes. Like, really, really rough start to the game. And like, one of my players, I don't know who he was playing. It's like Shiv or something, whatever. It doesn't matter. He would just start dogging on Geist the whole game. And so I started flaming him so that he would focus on me and leave Geist alone. And Geist played better the rest of the game because he wasn't being like targeted by his teammate. So I just like gave him a new because he's so low IQ. I knew if I flamed him, he would just direct his attention to me because he wasn't actually upset at Geist. He just needed a target to project to. So I just made it me. I was like, sure, Mr. 70 IQ will just target me. As soon as I flame him, he'll turn on me. And I was right. The rest of the game, he was just targeting me. And at the end of the game, I even told him that. I was like, hey, by the way, just wanted you to stop focusing on Geist so she could play better. Thanks for targeting me. Because he probably doesn't even realize what I was doing. He was just manipulated like you manipulate a 6-year-old. You want him to play better? Don't flame him and actually encourage him? Exactly. Yeah, it's because he doesn't want them to play better. He just needs a target to project to, right? But yeah, those comms are never going to help your teammates play better. You want your teammate to play better? Say, yo guys, my bad. Was I, like, is there anything I could have done to help you there? They'll play better instantly. But he's actually just venting. Like, he probably got just absolutely stomped on, bent over the table in the last game he was in. And as soon as a teammate played bad in this game, he just started projecting on him. You know what I mean? He doesn't actually want guys to play better. He just needed a target. So I made the target me, and we still lost, but at least my Geist was having a better time. For all I know, Geist just muted him, or should have, at least.
And someone needs to like roll up and knock the urn loose right before the reset. If the urn is on the ground right at 24,
Like a little morale goes a long way. Exactly.
the urn will reset and the comeback urn.
It's insane how much better somebody can play when they make a bad play and their team encourages them versus flames them. Because that person's already tilted, they just made a bad play, right? So as long as you just like encourage them instead of tilt them, it's insane the difference it'll make. Need someone to push the blade bomb. He clearly wasn't the problem in his eyes. They're never the problem in their eyes. Rarely have I had somebody say, I'm the problem. Sorry, guys. It's so rare.
they've been quite
I had a terrible Venator the other day, and after he apologized, I told him it's all good, just play with the team, and we ended up winning. Nice. Yeah, that's literally it.
Come up on the fly with a solution for something you haven't seen before and have not practiced against. That's completely novel, and you can't make a mistake, because if they did have one bad team fight, the game would have flipped.
I try and be as reasonable as possible with teammates, because sometimes, even when they're emotional, they can be reasonable. I'll just say, like, hey guys, I would really prefer to win this game. Can we make sure that the comms don't have anything to do with how we're playing, but maybe how we could play together? Like, if you want me to be somewhere, let me know. Don't tell me I was terrible at the game for not being there. Like, let's just make sure the comms are constructive. Most of the time, they're reasonable enough, but every once in a while, there's a guy that's like, shut up, you're Atmos Phantom 6! And then he turns into a meme for me and my brother. You know? It is what it is. He was like 1 out of 10 highly underfed, but he just listened to comms and we turned it around. All it takes. Yep. Sometimes that's all it takes. A third of the games, it's your impact that changes it as a team. A third of the games, there's nothing you can do as a player. You're just going to win. Like, the matchmaking's just terrible. And a third of the games, you're going to lose. There's nothing you can do. The matchmaking's just terrible. So as long as it's that first third where impact actually matters, then yeah, it's it can be easy to turn around on moments like those. Those are the games I hate losing, right? When it's like, we could have changed it. But, you know, we chose to flame each other in chat anyway, and we only lost because we were upset or whatever.
I kind of want to, like, I know this is getting podcasty because, like, we are also held hostage by this, but, you know, just saying 1 second,
So, are they doing a tactical timeout here?
I don't mind losing. I look at it as a learning experience, lol. Yeah, I mean, losing is just learning, right? Ranger said Yoshi wanted this. Bro. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I mind losing unless it's my fault. So, like, my brother and I are actually the entirely different personality types when it comes to winning and losing in games. Maybe there's more than two, but in my experience, it pretty much boils down to two. There's the person who only has fun when they're winning, regardless of performance. It's just the victory that gives them that satisfaction, and they feel good and feel happy and had a good game night. Like, if they won every single game, but they went 0-40 every single game, they still had a good game night because they won. And then the other personality type is, like, based on your personal performance. Like, were you having good games or were you having bad games? And the outcome of the game is overall based around the team and not you, so whether you won or lost doesn't actually matter to you. I'm the second one, and my brother's the first one. So for me, if I had a great game and we lost, it's like, whatever, I had a great game. You know, like, I can't control whether we win or lose. So as long as I'm playing to my best, I enjoy it. Like, I have a good time. But my brother, if we lose, he just gets so upset. And it's just like, it's just who we are. Like, we're just different people. There's nothing wrong with either personality type. It's just the two archetypes of gamers that I've noticed. And so we're completely different in that way. So I don't mind losing either. I'm more, I really hate losing if I was the cause of it because I had a terrible game, right? Like, that actually frustrates me so much. That match I submitted, I had fun playing it. I lost, but it was fun. Yeah, that's how I feel. I find myself in the middle of those two. Crab Shack, like, elaborate on that. Like, what do you mean by that?
Well, he said, oh, sorry, my internet.
Let me fast forward a little bit here. Like, give me a for instance, Crab Shack. Like, if you did absolutely terrible, went 0-20, but you won the game, like, how do you feel about the outcome of that game?
Really, we should just have a camera POV for this game that's on the urn and not the player, and just follow that the whole time.
Yeah, like, again, for those claiming ban, there is literally no exploit here. This is.
You feel bad in that scenario. 0-20, I would have uninstalled, Bullet says. But it's more the reverse scenario. Okay, like, so are you saying that you would still be upset if you played really, really well and lost? So, like, you went 20-0, but your team still lost, you would be upset? Is that what you're saying?
You know, this is very much taking advantage of the fact that, yo. This is just how the urn works. No.
Fun fact, there was a football coach who wanted to use the strategy of hiring a very small person that he would give the football to and then throw them over the offensive line.
Even when I feel like I perform well and feel like I have a good game but still lose, I have a hard time thinking what I did wrong. It's hard to do. That's where I come in, actually.
No more pause mode, though. Like, I've instructed the teams
Or any other coach for that matter. It's really, really easy for coaches to take a look at your game and see what you did wrong. It's really hard for us to be like, I had a great game, I played perfect, how did we lose? It must have just been my team. And most of the time, that's not necessarily the wrong answer, but there's always almost something we can do better.
Says in this form, there's like no chance.
So, Crabshack, I think what you just said in your last message, where you say, like, how could I have made the difference? I was doing so well. Was I actually doing poorly? I think that's actually a faulty mindset. Because you're assuming... Oh, well, the underlying assumption of that is that you could have impact on every single game. And that's just not the case. Like, I've said it multiple times today, but only a third of your game statistically could your gameplay actually affected the outcome of the game. So there are going to be games where you go 20-0 and your team still loses. That is not the third in which you have impact. There's a third that you can control, and then there's 2/3 you can't control. One of those is you can't control the win, and one of those is you can't control the loss. But sometimes we do have games in the first third where you actually do have impact. And those games are really, really fun to coach because I can literally see, had you and your team made these changes, this is how you could have won the game. But like we did a VOD review of Pac-Fan this morning where he was in the third where there was nothing you could have done, you lost. That urn strat is so fraudulent. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty tough for sure. I feel like I cannot control all my losses. You can't. Statistically, you can only control about half your losses, right? So 33% of your losses, you can control the outcome, either from your comms or your gameplay, like something you could have done actually could have changed the outcome, or a third of your games you cannot control your loss. You will lose no matter what. From minute one, you guys were doomed to lose. Matchmaking just was not on your side. It's like just the statistics of it. True, I have a hard time recognizing when I couldn't have impact or when I could. That's when I come in, Crabshack. It's really, really important to get a third perspective from that, or a third party perspective, I should say. Somebody who wasn't in the game to take a look at it and tell you. Like, Pac-Fan didn't know either. Pac-Fan submitted a VOD this morning, and we only found out that it was the second type when I looked at it. I was like, Pac-Fan, there's nothing you could have done to win this game. Here's what I would like you to improve on based on the gameplay, but you could not have changed the outcome of that game. You could have been Together or Fishcake, or you could have been any pro player in that game, and you still would have lost. There's nothing you could have done. Bullet says, I had a really good game yesterday where I had a Seeker in my lobby that was brought in by an Oracle. It was fun, but it was so rough to play. Oh yeah, I imagine that was rough for him too. That's trial by fire for sure. Crabshack said, poor phrasing. I mean, in retrospect, I have a hard time with that. I understand. Okay. Yeah, I would say in general. So, do they not play another game? I don't think so, right? Like, we just were done. They forfeited the thing. I think we're done. I think that was that. We had 2 NA games from Night Shift. I believe they ended it here. Yeah, okay. So, melee groups abused the urn. Debs fixed it. We're moving on. Boss Sauce. Are you ready for your VOD review, bro? I'm ready. Actually not. Let me pull it up. I believe it's already downloaded, but let me take a look at it. Because I was going to do it yesterday and ended up not streaming, so I wanted to make sure we got it done today. Yeah, so it's already downloaded. Correct me if I'm wrong, Boss Sauce, but you said that you primarily wanted to take a look at any like game sense or macro failures, as well as like maybe specific items and builds with this particular game, correct? Was there anything else that I'm missing or what have you? I also want to ask, was this pre-patch or post-patch? Like, what kind of urn was in this game? Because that'll determine how I feel about your builds. Because was this before the most recent Billy changes? Mid-earn patch. Okay. No, go ahead and run to the restroom. Let me know when you're back and we'll hop into the VOD. I'm not in a hurry. I'm going to put my pizza in the oven, BRB. You know what? Why don't we all just take a quick break? 3 of us are leaving the computer. I need a break anyway. I'll walk away too. Let's just like take 5. I'll be back in a few. All right. I'm back too, Boss Sauce. Good timing. Just got here. Okay. Well, Boss Sauce is here. Let's take a look. Billy gameplay. Let's take a look at positioning and whatnot. And we'll see what we can do with items and whatnot. What build are you using, by the way? Do you know, like, are you using your own builds? Is this just you making it up based on the enemy team? Or are you using, like, a template from somebody? Like, are you using a... Oh, shoot. Swap to Billy.
If you think the OSIC are the good guys, bro, you gotta wake up and take a look around. Regulation is just a $3 word
Together, this one?
which is just a $2 word for controlling, which
This
is
is the general build we're following?
for asshole.
Oh, okay. Well, this was after... I mean, if this is mid-earn, then it was after the most recent Billy changes. So that will affect the items and builds coaching, because it did affect it a little bit. Well, let's go ahead and hop into it. So, Arcanist 5, Billy, VOD review for Boss Sauce.
You seek answers, detective. Summon the king, and he will provide them.
Oh. Hold up. Let me check something. I'm checking notes from our last VOD review. Here, I'll actually just show them. Let's take a look here. So last time you were playing Apollo, but we wanted you to be a little bit more aggressive after you've cleared minions. Really focus on bridge buff timings, 5, 10, and 15 minute in particular. And then playing for the urns as well. Now, picking up neutral urns if we're ahead, I feel like this doesn't matter anymore. But maybe I'm just not understanding the urn changes because I haven't played them enough. But playing for the urn is overall important. So, mid-boss decision making was something that we focused on. So, ults available, which ults they are, what are the current wave positions like, are we getting backdoored? Is everybody here, making sure we're committing as a team? Items and builds. This was more for Apollo, right? Yeah, this is like more for Apollo specifically. Be present for your team fights and team objectives. Don't be clearing a camp when your team is delivering fighting urn, mid-boss walker, etc. Make sure we're there helping in any way we can. This is going to be really extra important as a frontline. And then minimap and clock. Okay, so those are the notes we gave last time. Let's go ahead and watch the VOD review with that in mind and see if we can expand on it. And then we're also going to see how you're doing. Sorry.
My friend, survival is paramount.
We are taking a lot of damage to minions here. You took 300 damage from minions, by the way. You would be almost full HP if you didn't take damage from the minions. Now, the plus side is there Abram... You should be diving. I would have dove there. Okay, so in general, this is what I mean by get more aggressive. If I'm you, I am already dash jumping the Guardian, parrying, and using bash down on the Abrams. You kill here if you chase. If you use your 2 stamina and parry this Guardian, you bash him down and you escape through subway, you got first blood. Right? I think first blood. Yeah. So I need you to recognize your strength here. And kill potential. And then take advantage of it. Oh, if Venator hit his grenade there, that would have been even better. I would say general rule of thumb for low elo players, if they can die with 1 to 2 ability with the abilities you have available. So if you have 1 or 2 abilities off cooldown and they can die with it and you're over half HP, it's a dive guardian moment. And higher elo, that margin starts to get way narrower. I can kill somebody with no abilities with like 1/4 of my HP as long as they're low enough, and I'll dive guardian for it. But in low elo, it's really hard to test that limit. But Abrams should have died once already. Yep, just play under bridge against Vindicta when she's flying, even in the veil. Like that veil over there, on this side. That one. You're just slightly out of position to be hitting both those minions at the same time, but you'll be able to get it. And maybe you do know it, you just missed it, and that's fine. Okay. Good use of infinite ammo. I wouldn't fight her. I wouldn't take that trade. If she's in the air, just don't even take the trade. Unless you're gonna try and use your rising ram and bash her down to the ground. Like if she's aggressively enough positioned that you're just gonna bring her down to the ground with bash down. But I wouldn't just take like a straight up fight there. Ooh, good awareness to drop the wave and stop fighting the wave while she's doing damage to you and get out of... Not even fight her there, I wouldn't have fought her, but just to get out of her line of sight so she can't get free poke. I actually would have kept fighting the wave, I just wouldn't have done it in a way that she could have hit me. Dive the tower, dive the tower, dive the tower, dive the tower, dive the tower. He dies with 1 ability, you have 2. Yep. So we don't recognize when we have kill potential in lane with Billy. Abrams should have died twice now. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I was gonna say minimap and clock, but it looks like you're here. Huge awareness, Boss Sauce. Nice freaking work being here early. Eternus level play out of an Arcanist, by the way. That's Eternus level what you just did. Absolutely fantastic. 10 seconds early to the bridge buff. Or thereabouts. That is what we call a minimap and clock moment, team. I'd pressure her. I'd pressure her with my 2 and bash down. When she's over bridge or on your side of bridge, I'd go for it. Do you know what I'm talking about, Boss Sauce? Like when you rising ram in the air so you can get close enough to her to bash down and bring her to the ground? Okay. If she's over bridge or your side of the bridge, I would go for it unless you're like really low or something. But you're healthy. I would have gone for that. That's another like recognizing kill potential thing. Nice. Ooh, okay, I wouldn't have popped blasted there unless you guys are gonna shove tower and do a bunch of damage. You just wasted your entire blasted. So I wouldn't have popped that there. I think the first little bit of poke was fantastic. Nice parry though. Holy smokes, nice parry. Nice. I would have ulted. If you ult there, you kill him. The ult's late. This was like my first game of new mid-earn. Understood. If he doesn't die here, I'm gonna be so freaking sad. Nice. Okay. Okay. So far in lane phase, I really think it can be boiled down to like, I need you to sacrifice wins to start to test your own limits. I think you need to be playing more aggressive, diving Guardian more, whatever you need to do, so that you can learn when you can get a kill. Because this is Abram's first death. He should have died twice by now. And he should have died way earlier. Your Venator didn't have to die. The fight was just elongated. So this is when you should have ulted. So long ago. Let's see. I think it was around here. We wasted, blasted. Okay, I think I went back too far. We're fighting, we're fighting. Abrams gets over aggressive. This parry, you bash down, heavy melee, ult. Instantly ult. Ult. Right there. Okay, so your ult is already channeling as he's trying to get away, and you yank him back. You and Venator kill him. Venator doesn't need to die to Vindicta. Look, you could have had Venator get another ult shot off for free if you had ulted instantly. But now we ult. We just got our second shot off from Venator, okay? Could have already hit it on him. He would have already been dead. Then you guys are running away. You're running away at half HP each of you. You live here. There's no reason for Venator to die. But this fight took so long, he actually goes down. Make sense? I feel like you're playing like it's old patch too, but I also feel like in general you're just playing too. Like even if it was old patch ability, every single time you've taken an advantageous fight, you've been over half HP. Even in old patch Billy, I could have taken those fights and won. Have your teammate rush the healing minion. Oh, this is Psychomaniac time. Okay. That was a little risky. I would have just had your teammate kill the heal minion. Then you could have stayed in lane, actually. Sorry. Okay. I like you being at the centers. Nice work on timing.
Going to shop.
I got one of those for the missus. Big fan. Be right back.
Nice. That was a good blasted. I would have ulted again. Nice work. Not gonna lie, I wish Venator's nade didn't bounce. Oh, why, Bullet? That's an interesting take. I like the bounce. I think it's a fun mechanic. Oh, Abrams got trapped. Another kill drop. You could have pushed him and ulted there too. Another ult opportunity. Nice. Ooh, that was a really aggressive light melee. And higher elo, she parries you there. And I think you had bash down. Oh no, you didn't have bash down. Okay. You did have Rising Ram soon, but I want you to know you would have been parried and died to Walker there. Your aim is bad. That's why you wish it didn't bounce.
Let's see if this will work out fine. They tried to kill me, but they can't because they suck.
Now, I will give this to you, Boss Sauce. That was a high-risk, high-reward light melee because the light melee gets the kill. If it wasn't going to get the kill, it would have been really extra dumb, which we see a lot, where you go for a light melee just because you want the extra damage, but the risk is that you actually just die for that 60 damage you're going to do. But yours, at least, she was like 1 HP. But in higher elo, when they're 1 HP and you're close to them, reloading animation, they're just going to parry and anticipate some sort of like light melee to execute. So you either had to drop the kill entirely or wait for Rising Ram, but going for a light melee there was way too risky. Bash down. Oh, we missed the bash down. Okay, I mean, that was just a micro failure, but good execution. I like that you went for it at least. I actually really like that blasted. I don't know if it was intentional, but you reset your bash down in case he chased you. And that was smart, if that was intentional. I really liked that. Bullet says the amount of times I tried to get it to hit players / AI, and it's slightly off. Billy's in a really strong spot right now. I should play him again too. Last time I played him, it felt like I was smurfing. He's just super strong. This freaking Celeste ult. Your Celeste is really good. You need to frontline for her. You literally just need to be like, Celeste, where are you headed? And then just go in front of her. Just bounce it off that ground and hit explode in the air. That's my opinion of it as well. I treat the grenade like you treat, like we had this conversation, was it 2 days ago, Crab Shack, that we were talking about this? I said it's kind of like in COD when you were using an RPG, you wouldn't try and direct impact somebody. You just made sure the explosion hit somebody, like in the general vicinity. That's unfortunate, you just died to Infernus. There's like not much you could have done differently there, so I'm not really worried about this death. Like in COD, you would always just shoot the wall or the ground next to somebody with the RPG for it to hit, and it was just way more consistent than trying to direct impact somebody. Venator's grenade is kind of like that. So you just learn how the bounce works, like the distance it'll go, and you can practice that in like just the testing area. And you just get used to bouncing it because the explode radius is way easier to hit than a direct impact radius. It's also goated to use in choke points because then it like practically can't miss. hit explode. Yeah, have it explode. So I really like bullet resist on new Billy. Or not bullet resist, I'm sorry, heroic aura on new Billy because of the added bullet resist it has. It increases his survivability. This item in pre-patch I did not like it as much because Billy was not a super strong frontline. But since the new patch, I actually really like the way that it pairs with him now, which is kind of a hot take. Most people really liked heroic aura on him. I did not.
Help me deliver this thing.
Now I do. Now I think it's a fantastic item on him. Oh, that's unfortunate. You need to wait for the second set of bats before you ult. Nice urn. Huge. I like the way you're playing around the urn. Very well done. Okay, I have to check something really quick.
Maurice and I are just getting started.
Where was our team at 15 minutes? Is Sinclair the one that cleans this wave? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I wanted to see what our positioning was because I was confused as to why Sinclair was coming from that side of the map. Winern was on this side. Okay, sorry, I was just checking something. Nice job on the 15-minute bridge buff, by the way. I meant to mention that before, but I forgot. I think we were talking about something else. This is excellent gameplay, Bossos. Like, significant improvements over the last time we watched it. I'm gonna give you a few tips that will literally make the difference between Arcanist and Emissary. Mostly what I've talked about already, but so far it's pretty good. I would like to see you take advantage of your, lead over the majority of them and put 4.8k spike into green. Maybe you've heard me say this before, but my general rule of thumb. You're already Emissary 6 now. Nice. Okay, well that's fantastic. Then we'll get you like beyond Archon. What I want to say is, in general, you want to take a look at your lead over the middle of their pack. So like the middle of their pack right now is about 14k. And you can put that much investment into defensive items by how much you're ahead. That's like the general rule of thumb. Now it varies pretty significantly depending on role and hero. But I would like you to see hit a 4.8k gun or a vitality investment so that you can maintain your tankiness with frontline. So Dispel Magic is a perfect buy. BRS, I like that too. I think BRS is highly underutilized. Nice kill. You need to ult. Okay. I mean, you guys get the kill without the ult, but there's no reason for you not to ult there. Just secure the kill. We're not using our ult enough, I guess. And when we are using it, it's too late. Yeah, BRS with the buff is insane. Dispel is a very, very good pick here, primarily for Infernus burns, but also for the disarm and for the tether. But it's primarily for the burns. BRS was underutilized before it got buffed, honestly. I don't even think it needed the buff that it got. I think it was a fine item. People just weren't using it. I think that was the community's fault, not the item. I've been using BRS for months, like, consistently. Is PactFan still here? Is PactFan, like, ghosting the stream? PactFan, do you know if we can watch the night shift opener qualifier and see if Chicky's game? I want to watch him play. I think it'd be fun. Plus Crows and Scorn debuff on the back end. I just love Dispel Magic, man. I mean, Dispel Magic is really good, but you want to be careful what you're using it on, because it is like a 45-second cooldown. So you're going to get way more value out of This was actually a good ult. It was a little early. Just a little bit. We want to be able to get them pulled into the walker. So ideally you hit it right as you get behind them and then dash forward into the walker while they're chained so that they come back to you. Just a little bit early, but overall it's good. I like it. I like that you're using the ult. That's all. I feel like we've missed ults before. Dispel magic actually, in my opinion, needs to be nerfed a little bit. That's just my opinion. I think it's a little bit too strong. Same with counterspell. But that's probably just for high elo, which I think the game should be balanced around. Stay here for bridge buff. Thank you. Okay. Just got back. Love Dispel. Nice 20-minute bridge buff. Love it.
Yes, Sinclair. Show them your greatness.
Especially against teams with CC. Yeah, agreed. Same, but don't say anything because I like those items. I mean, I love those items too. They're just too strong. Counterspell gives way too much for what it does. Honestly, its passive alone, it should be like Refresher. It should only give the press parry, like the whole spirit power and everything like that is all just overkill on that item. And Dispel Magic probably shouldn't give as much spirit resist or have a longer cooldown. Maybe both, to be honest, but
Pull back.
They're trying to deliver the urn.
Spirit jar is here.
Bullet, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. How would you feel if they added another objective to the game, like mid and earn? I think it's absolutely necessary. I think the game is two-dimensional right now with only 2 objectives. Absolutely think there should be another objective. We actually talked about this. I think maybe Crabshack was part of this conversation, but we talked about this. I think there should be objectives that have just as much impact on the game as earn, but they're on the side lanes. So you have to pick which side lane you're going for. Or if you get both of them, it would be significant impact. But I think the side lanes right now are just like farming simulators, and I think we should have objectives around the sides. Because Earn Depot is on the sides, but in between that, or maybe have it spawn on one, and then 2 minutes later it spawns on the other, or whatever you want to do. But like, I think we need more side lane objectives for sure. I think it's almost necessary to the game. Most Eternus players feel that way, based on my experience in conversation. But nice kill. Nice bash downs, by the way. Preventing stamina usage. Really good disruption.
Let's go mid.
So like you're roughly 3k ahead of the middle of their pack, or 4k, so this buy is fine. Especially considering their comp, like if we just look at their, oh sorry, especially if we look at their comp, like Spirit, kinda gun, but mostly Spirit, and then he's gonna be doing a Spirit Abrams build if he's smart. I think he's doing kind of a punch gun thing, which is terrible, but yeah, still a lot of Spirit. Well done. Nice work. If you're using Belial in the pit, I need you to be outside of the rejuves. You want to make sure if you do attach somebody, you're bringing them away from the crystals. So your positioning was poor here. Does that make sense? I would like to see some sort of escort objective. Do you mean like NPC escort? Like earn but the NPC is carrying it? That sort of a thing? We had those in Smite. Where there was like a big juggernaut you had to escort down the lane and kind of help it. Like push the cart. Well, what do you mean, Bullet? Go ahead and expand so we know what you mean. I mean, I think it's an interesting concept. I just want to hear more about what you're talking. Like push the cart? Or were you saying like that to my Juggernaut example where you shove the Juggernaut up the lane kind of a deal? Like it forces the team, like you basically get, oh, push the cart AI? Okay. Because in Smite we had the objective where it was like, if you got a certain amount of kills or whatever, you would have a Juggernaut spawn in a lane, and it would just start sieging up the lane. And if it was left unchecked, it plus a minion wave could pretty much like down what would be the equivalent of a walker. And so you like had to defend against it. So if the enemy team plays around it, it can be really disruptive. And I think that would be cool. I just don't know if it'd be too much or how they'd implement it. I'd also love to see the subway used more, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know how we would fix that though, but it's an interesting concept. Would be nice to have an objective down there as well. I think it would be nice to have the subway connect to the mid-boss, like the way that we have the secret tunnels right now. You thought you had max ult already, Boss Sauce? I see. Unfortunate. Let me actually go back. I want to see this death more clearly. There's something I want to check. I feel like I didn't get a good look at your team's positioning here. Because we're doing the urn. Sorry, I went back too far. Okay. Graves is trolling. You guys should not have depoted the urn here. So I don't hate your death because you're playing with your team's bad call, and that's what I would want you to do. But this was a bad call as a team. I have a frontline team fight question related to what just happened in mid. Go for it, Crab Shack. Bullet said, yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah, I think like the secret tunnels that they have right now, I think we should have subway leading to mid-boss. Just like more exits and entrances to mid-boss would be interesting. If you're the front line there and you're 95% going to die, do you just stay in deep and do whatever you can or try to escape? You play with your team. So what Boss Sauce did here was actually the right play. If your team is making a call and they're committing to it as a team, you need to be there, even if it's a bad call. I wouldn't overcommit to a bad fight if your team is backing out, but if your team is committed and you're the front line, you gotta be there. We've talked about it before, but I basically will just say like organization can supersede a bad call. So like if you're all there together, you can actually make a bad call work. If you move forward here, you can hit both of those at the same time, less. If you're on the corner of that, you can hit both. The sinners and the minion. Just letting you know.
blue.
Headed to York.
Also says I would have killed everyone if I had max ult. Probably. The unstop would have changed a lot there. I'm back, my pizza is done. Nice. W pizza.
I'm coming for you.
Animating defenses.
You need to make a stand and stop them.
Headed to York.
I'm not playing around.
I don't got time to be scared when I use this. They ain't putting up much of a fight.
Nice bash down. Ooh, we rushed that second bash down. Heroic Aura needs to be popped like yesterday. Is there a reason you're not popping Heroic Aura right here? Wait. Right here. This is Heroic Aura territory. You got 3 teammates on you. You guys are about to own this guy. You want movement speed. You want attack speed. Like, if we're buying Heroic Aura, we're pressing it, right? This is like, what better scenario did you want? Right? Like, you got 80% of your team in one grouped area against a target. Even if there are 3 people here. Like, yeah. This is Heroic Aura. I mean, you guys get the kill. It works out. He's so far out of position and has absolutely no help that we're able to punish, but... missed opportunity, just saying. Make sure you're aware of your actives, like what's available to you, because you have 4 to 8 abilities, right? Every hero has 4 and you have 8 optionals. You have to make sure you know what's off cooldown and when you would use them. That way when that scenario presents itself, you're using it. So like when you have at least one other teammate with you and you guys are fighting a target, preferably in number, like even numbers or numbers advantage, is a perfect scenario in which you'd press Heroic Aura. Sorry, I had to cover that first crab check. I saw your message, but let me read it here. Okay, sometimes when I'm on Victor and I'm certainly dead mid-fight, I try to escape, but I feel like I should try to take space until the last second for my team to maybe clean up, but I guess it depends on the scenario. Yeah, Crab Shack, it's a hard question to answer, like as a always do this and you'll rank up to Eternus. And frontlining is probably one of the most adaptive roles in the game because you have to change your decision 4 times in a single fight sometimes. I would say in general, do whatever your team is coordinated in doing. Would it be good? Would it be considered good that he died later rather than sooner? Bullet expand. Who died later rather than sooner? I don't understand the question fully. Sorry, Crab Shack. I wish I could give you secret sauce that always... Are you talking about the Mo dying? Not necessarily, no. It would be good if we were pushing their base, like having a staggered death, but it's staggered deaths aren't so important that they're dying spread out as they are dying in a... is that they're dying, I guess. It's the end of that sentence. Like, I would say him dying is most important, but killing him quicker can actually be more advantageous if there's, like, mid-boss to get or an urn to get. So it depends on the scenario. But no, in general, I would say just kill the guy fast so you guys can start pushing your advantage. The longer the fight goes on, the more abilities we end up using, maybe somebody fat fingers and all, more can go wrong. If he dies insta, your team is healthier, your team has more ults, has more abilities on cooldown, and the next team fight you take, you have a bigger advantage. So no. I would say the only time you really want staggered deaths is when you're pushing base, but you don't want to intentionally stagger deaths. You just want the enemy team to throw and give you staggered deaths. But there's no time when I'm ever coming like, yo, kill this person slowly. Like, no, just kill the bad guy. I know there isn't always a perfect answer. That's something I struggle on when I play frontline, so I figured I'd ask. Yeah, it's difficult. I try and give you like the best general rules I can that will apply to the most situations as possible. But that is also why I prefer individualized content over guides. Because I feel like, personally, when I watch a Deadlock guide, as an Eternus player, I look at it like, this just isn't helpful to me because I know all of this, or I know all of that, or this can't possibly apply to more than like 3 scenarios, or, you know, it's hard for me to like do generalized educational content. That's why I prefer individualized, like looking at Boss Sauce play Billy and say you needed to be more aggressive there. Like if you ever can kill somebody with these abilities, you should be diving Guardian. You know, like you as a person in your lobbies because you're better than everybody else kind of a thing, you know? Like it's hard. We needed to be at mid-boss. So, I guess you don't vault, so it actually doesn't matter that much, but you should be there to help punch with Sinclair bunnies. So here I would have I would say like you just need to anticipate that they might go for mid-boss. 34 minutes in the game, they're up 1 person. I would have anticipated mid-boss and maybe tried to contest it because you guys have Sinclair bunnies. And you have Drifter blind. You maybe could have stolen a Rejuve Crystal or 2.
Blessings she shall give. Let's dance. Get it done. Your bar sucks, Infernus.
Dang, how you guys win this is kind of beyond me, actually. 30k behind and they got mid-boss. And higher elo, they just close it out here. Oh my gosh, what a lasso. Unbelievable she hit that. Oh, nice. He chose ults over Urn. That's actually super good here. Even if you die, that was worth. You guys could be getting baited in here, so I actually don't like this play. I think we should have taken our earn and run. That was an overzealous play. Even if you guys get 2 kills, they still have 2 rejuves. So that was not it. I think if you got out with murder by delivering the earn and not dying, I don't think we should have pushed our luck by going back in. So that was an over-aggressive call. Your team is playing so risky, in my opinion. I agree. I think it is a high-risk game for sure. Sorry, we should just fast forward and see if they take your base here. Wow, you guys get 2 kills. Do you save your shrine? Oh, that's what saved the game. They failed to take your base, and you guys came back into it. And they didn't even get shrine. Holiday should die here. Unfortunately, you ulted in Unstop Abrams, didn't you? I guess you just traded Unstop? Was that your idea? Maybe? I don't know. I didn't love that play, but it's not the end of the world. That's like not game breaking, so I don't really care. I just would have played it differently. Like, you getting CC'd there doesn't actually matter, so Unstop was kind of unnecessary. What are we doing? Are you like communicating with your team here? Because you're like playing behind the 3 people you need to be frontlining for. We're like so incredibly timid here. This is where I would have had Unstop, by the way. You actually can turn this fight. Holiday's like 1 HP. You're just looking to run. Look, your team's still fighting and winning. Get back in there. Like, actually could have been doing so much damage this whole time. We've had no value for, what, 12 seconds? Hold up. Let me show you how much value you didn't have here, so you can think about this in your next games. So first off, I don't think you're paying attention to this right here. Look at this. Look. They come into this fight, and you get lassoed by 1 HP Holiday. I instantly would have turned and thought to myself, how the heck can I kill this Holiday? You were looking at shop. Okay. Yeah, so you have double bash down, blasted, and rising ram. She's 1 HP, and you guys are in a 6v3, soon to be 6v2. And starting at 39 minutes, we have absolutely no value in the fight. Actually, okay, you get molted. I'll give you this. 3903. 3903, we start to use our abilities to escape. Your team won the fight, by the way. "12, 13 seconds. 13 seconds of absolutely no value in the team fight. Imagine if you'd spent those 13 seconds healing with, like, bash down. Actually, you don't have melee life still, do you? Anyway, just imagine you had spent that 13 seconds popping Colossus and hitting people instead. They even killed Holiday and Eternus with you running for your life for 13 to 14 seconds, doing absolutely no damage. I need you to turn and fight with your team there, for sure. Because now you guys lose mid-boss more than likely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is the enemy team so dumb they're not even getting mid-boss? You're so lucky you didn't lose this game. You are so lucky you did not lose this game. Again, this is the first match after the Billy changes. I thought I would insta-die there. Well, I understand you thought you'd insta-die, but you should still try fighting with your team. You have numbers advantage. There's no reason for you to run. You dying in a numbers advantage fight isn't throwing. It's playing your role. You running from a numbers advantage fight is not playing your role. Like, live or die there is trolling. Even if you survive and get the reset off, there's nothing you could have done. Your team ended up losing the fight, and you lost like 4 other people. 3 other people, maybe. Now you guys get mid-boss because they threw? This is actually crazy. You guys should not chase here. You should go mid-boss. This is a very bad chase. Mid-boss is so much more important than Mina. It's more important than Mo, too. It's unfortunate. Ooh, you popped ult a little late. It's unfortunate. Not the end of the world, but it's unfortunate. E-shift. Okay. I would have canceled E-shift early, now that he was backing out.
They're in mid.
This probably comes down to personal preference, but I think you built a little bit too tanky in the late game here. Like, we got, like, our last 3 buys were Colossus, E-Shift, and Diviner's Kevlar. So you've added, like, absolutely no damage. Not to mention that the 2 buys, or the 3 buys before that were weighted Shot, Spirit, Resil, and Escalating Resilience. This one being the only one that significantly ups your offensive power, right? This one does a little bit, but it's mostly this one. Can't believe your team got mid-boss after all this. This is crazy. It's unfortunate. Yeah, you guys should have lost this game, by the way. The other team threw. They threw by not getting mid-boss. They threw by pushing your base unnecessarily and dying in your base, not even getting a shrine. This is wild to watch. This is probably the average Arcanist experience, actually. Honestly, yeah, it is. Okay. Unfortunate. Your Drifter's actually right here that you guys can win, but that's only because the enemy team is just absolutely trolling. Good job not using Dispel Magic there. It would have been a waste. Way to just wait out the Disarming Hex. I remember being in these lobbies. I don't, honestly. Like, I don't remember being in these lobbies. It all was a blur. The learning curve was so tough that it's just, I don't remember much of it. I remember from, like, Ritualist on, because I was hard stuck Ritualist back when you couldn't rank up and people were like stuck in Initiate for like ever, and then when they redistributed the ranks it put me in High Phantom all of a sudden, and then from there I just hit Eternus. But I don't remember a whole lot below Ritualist because it was all just like basically learning the shop. Nice kill. You guys absolutely should chase this. Nice Sinclair ult. You should be glazing your Sinclair and telling him he's tall and handsome and makes a lot of money. Enemy team gets earned. We don't care at all because we just got 2 kills. We still have a rejuve for 4 of us. Pop quiz. Which 4 of us have rejuves? You guys should be able to tell using the UI. Nice freaking bunnies from your Sinclair. Your Sinclair is so tall and handsome. What a hard carry. I would ignore base guardians for the most part and just kill shrines. Base guardians are fairly useless. E-shift Mina ult. There's no reason to take all that damage there. I feel like we're just not totally paying attention to our abilities. Although you did press Heroic Aura right as it came off cooldown. Yeah, enemy team's just throwing. That's fantastic that you guys won this game. It's lucky, but it's fantastic. Pop Colossus, pop Heroic Aura, go crazy. Colossus is useless when you're safe. You need to pop it and stay aggressive, or run and play safe, but not both. You're also just playing too far back. Like, I know that you're low, but create space for your teammates, even if you die doing it. Wait, pull back? Why are you guys pulling back in a 4v3 about to be 4v2? Yeah. Your team literally won without you. There's just too many times when and I get you're saying like this is pre-patch or this is like first game post-patch Billy, so you don't realize how tanky you are and whatnot. But I think it's also you just don't know your limits. Like their pre-patch Billies would have played that differently at a higher elo. I think you just don't know your limitations with the hero in general, not even just the scaling changes. Because you're playing like you're running for your life like half the game when your team is winning. So, okay, let's go over notes really fast, because I have a few things I wanted to cover. I think I had a third point that I was going to write down, but I forgot it, so right now it's just a blank number 3. Okay, so for laning, absolutely fantastic job on bridge buffs. You hit the 5, 10, and 15 minutes. You were like only 20 seconds late on the 8-minute centers. Just keep focusing on minimap and clock after every wave. This was like infinitely better. Literally couldn't have been better on this. So fantastic job. Very, very well done. Don't stop doing that. Don't get lazy on that. Keep doing it. You had an Eternus level timing game, basically, right? Like we barely missed centers, but like other than that, fantastic. I would like to see you play more aggressive in general. We talked about this. There were 2 kills on Abrams that we could have gotten. No scaling or not, like with old Billy, you could have done it. Abrams was so low and you were over half HP. Like, just go crazy. Let's put this. And you are over half HP. So in general, if they can die to the abilities you have, meaning I don't have to rely on my teammate to get this kill, and I'm over half HP, dive the Guardian. Like, it's dive Guardian time. This is the third one. We need to press ultimate a little bit earlier in general. Don't wait to use it when they're already trying to get away from you. Use it before then, so they literally can't get away from you. This is specific to Billy, right? There were times when you had Abrams like CC'd, you're killing him, and you pop ult after he'd gotten away to try and bring it back to you, but you need to pop ult before he tries to get away. That way, when he uses all that stamina to get away from you, it's all futile and he gets pulled back, and then you kill him. Mid game, good positioning in team fights overall. I like that you're frontlining properly and aren't scared to try and create space for your team, but I would really like to see you do it more. There was a time when you had 13 to 14 seconds of absolutely no impact. You were just running, doing no damage, and your team won the fight without you. Imagine how much more they would have won with you. And then the other thing, I was going to add this too. When using ultimate in mid-boss, make sure you're on the edge of the pit, so your chains pull enemies away from Rejuve Crystal. Okay. And then I like the good build order. Keep in mind the general rule. We're going to buy defensive when you're X amount of souls ahead of the median net worth income. So if you want to see like your 3k souls ahead, then you can buy 3k vitality investment, that kind of thing. Oh, sorry. You're right. Doop. Here we are. These are the main things that I wanted you to focus on based on the gameplay I looked at. Here's the focus points I have for you. Like, really, really pay attention to these that aren't just for Billy, but apply to the rest of your games. Improve timings even more. Minimap and clock after every wave, centers, or camp. Actually, box routes too, but we'll just keep it at that. Second thing, play more aggressive in general and start to learn your limits even more. Sacrifice wins for the sake of improvement and play the long game when it comes to improving / ranking up. Make sure you're getting better each game. Aggressive playstyle in general supports this learning curve more in Deadlock. I just want you playing more aggressive in general. Overall, I think it's going to help you learn your limits and know that you should have been diving way more, especially in lane phase. 3. Keep, if frontline, keep playing with your team and creating space. Don't be afraid to die while creating space. It's better that you, or actually, let me put it this way. Playing behind your team as a frontline hero is the exact same impact as dying. You might as well create space. Okay, we call it self-CC in a lot of other games. Concept self-CC. It's when you've put yourself in a position to where it is the same amount of impact as if you were CC'd. So like there are times when your team is pushing base, ending the game, and you're like, I don't even know, you were like sitting in a corner hiding from Vindicta. It was as if you had already died, but you imposed it on yourself. So I would rather you be creating space for your team than running away and trying to survive. Your job is to create space, not to live necessarily. Okay? Especially if your team's committing to it, right? Like your team was fully committed. You won the game while you were trying to reset because you were scared to die, and your team won. So they're clearly committing in these ways. I'd like to see you do the same. We're going to change that. I think these are the points that I'd like you to focus on in particular, and just overall notes from the gameplay that are going to help you rank up significantly. I'll go ahead and send them to you. But overall, really well done, because you improved on like all the notes we talked about last time, which is really good. Do you have any questions for me? Or does anybody have any more questions for me? I know we covered a lot during the game, but not really? Good. Hopefully it helped. Hopefully the review helped a little bit, and, you know, you're able to keep improving and ranking up. Obviously, you're doing a lot better. I mean, that game was significantly better than the first game you sent me, so... Oh, I sent that to Bullet instead of Mid-Boss. Boss sauce, sorry. Hold up. Thanks, Bullet. My bad. I'm glad you caught that. I wasn't even paying attention. It is a little dated, but it helped. Good. Hopefully it helps moving forward. I know the rank was dated, but the improvements are still accurate, right? Like, because it's still after the belly changes. The only thing that's changed since then is really the urn. Nothing specific to your hero. I know you've ranked up since then, but the improvements are still going to be consistent, right? Unless you can show me a VOD from, like, recently, like yesterday, today, whatever, that shows you improving on all these points, it's still like you to focus on them, you know what I mean? I was wondering what that ping was. Yeah, thanks, Bullet. I appreciate it. Oh, you say you're playing Shiv now. Nice. I mean, it's a lot of that's still going to apply. Shiv as a frontline overall. So definitely keep it going. But nice job overall. Very well played, and huge improvements. I like to see the improvements over the last game we saw. Okay, the qualifiers probably already started. I don't know if we can watch them on Chicky's stream, if he's even streaming them. Oh, I think he is, you guys. Should we raid Chicky's stream and just watch his qualifiers? Is that how we should end the stream? Because these are the night shift open event for the finals that are tomorrow and Sunday. And Chicky, who has been in the stream before, friend of Pact Fan, is currently streaming it, I think, because he's participating in it. Let's take a look at it. Hold up.
That is crazy. Holding W
Oh no, it's just too much. I got my chat overlaid with his chat. There's just so much happening on the screen. Hold up. What if we raid his stream? Is that possible? Is that a thing we can do? Although they just won the game. I don't know if they're playing more or not.
My pinky actually presses no buttons on my keyboard.
No, my pinky also presses no buttons. Wait, really?
My shit's just like shift and control tab.
Yeah, my pinky just floats in the air.
Are you serious?
It's broken, no?
Well, it's also broken, but it was sitting in the air before it was broken.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of this.
When did you learn to play like this?
I just did. What's up?
Yeah, I don't know. Why is somebody in chat saying remember when you lost the...
I wanted to watch the games, the qualifying games, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. Let me see if they're doing more games than this, because if they are, we might just raid their stream. And then my stream is probably going to be ending shortly. I mean, I was going to raid their stream mainly because I didn't know how long it would be going, but also because I'm leaving in like soonish, an hour maybe. Because my wife just went out of town. And so I'm going to go chill at my parents' house and like go play tennis with them and stuff. Go say hi to the old farts. You know how it goes. Are you guys down to raid? We can raid. Let's go ahead and see if we can get in here.
Oh,
so
SK.
T-Bird can go to bed?
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's okay. First match win, T-Bird can sleep. Maybe they'll give us a bye.
Holy moly.
Did the raid work? I don't even know. Hopefully. I can't tell if... Because he sent an ad break, so now I don't know.
that's what doesn't make sense to me. Is that like it wouldn't make sense to make seeded lower? It's not random.
No, because the seeding is random because it's done by the community.
I get that, but they're gonna know who's like they know that.
No one
reason
knows
we're
who this
seeded
team is because they're just MM players that formed a team. And they
I
don't
guess, but
scrim.
Divinity is also, I think, just in it. The only person that streams, I think, is Zava or
What's our
whatever
seed?
Lauren, and he's like E4.
We are
Our seed's 17. So we're pretty high up.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But that's only because people know who we are.
No, Abraham just beat
How many of us are
Spellslingers.
U6 right now?
Not me.
I know.
I'm gonna raise you up a little bit, T-Bird.
Who are we against next?
Don't worry.
No. Can you send the
No,
bracket?
wait,
Or Rusty, can you send this?
Yeah.
Thank you, Blatant. I'm using the coaching power.
If this is the one more wave, I think it is. I think it's the Russian, like...
I'm gonna raise you up a little bit, T-Bird.
Who are we against next?
Don't worry.
No. Can you send the
No,
bracket?
wait,
Or Rusty, can you send this?
Yeah.
Thank you, Blatant. I'm using the coaching power.
If this is the one more wave, I think it is. I think it's the Russian, like...
I think everyone on my team is E6. I mean, I was E6.
Yeah, what
but
So,
I'm
Divinity
E4.
versus one more wave. Who's Divinity's gonna win because of higher seed or what? I'm like kinda like...
I honestly don't know. Because I know who one more wave
Thank you, though. Thank you, Blatant. I gotta do another coaching in a bit. After this tournament, see what I did wrong in this tournament setting. Unless you can only coach Tubbs.
Like hometown friends or some shit.
Thank you for the raid. I forgot to say it. I mean, I did say it, but just in case you
They're
didn't.
both NA?
Thank you.